much fun. You can't even. I can't even describe how much fun it was.
You had so much fun you can't even shake a stick at it.
Yeah, it was the bee's knees.
And he tried. I saw Mike shaking that stick, and
it was hard.
It didn't work.
Just kept breaking. It was so sad.
Or somebody's stick's broken. It looked like a stick mass murder. It was sad.
A stick occurred, as they call it. No, it didn't really. Whatever.
I was there for the Great Stick Massacre. I remember it. You could see all the faces. It was still so sad.
All the saplings were so sad. They were yelling, "Mommy! Mom tree! Mom tree! Why are you breaking?"
Mom tree. My weekend was good. I had Buffalo Wild Wings and pizza, Sean, and I needed your help, but you were busy. I needed you to come eat the food with me.
Way to go, Sean. Jeez.
Yeah,
poor Ryan had to eat everything.
Our weekend was interesting. My wife had some training, a training class that she went and did for certification, and so she was busy like during the day, and that's not our usual pattern. Usually she works at night and is around, if sleeping around during the day, and so she was gone during the day, both Saturday and Sunday. So the kids and I hung out a bunch, and we got to spend some time together. That was fun. It was a fairly relaxed but productive weekend.
Cool.
Sounds like fun. I went to a softball.
Hot here.
Was it really?
Yeah, it was like 85. The kids were in the sprinklers.
Whoa.
Yeah. Oof. And
That's
today
legit.
it's gonna be like 50.
With
However,
tornadoes.
it probably wasn't as hot as the softball games.
It was fun. We were in the sun, which was unfortunate. We had bought general admission tickets to go to a softball game, a Pac-12 game, and we were out in the GA tickets, which was super cool. And then I always kind of scout to see which seats didn't sell, because you can post tickets for resale now. So I'm always kind of looking at like, oh, where can we move to, right? And as I do that, a couple of like behind home plate front row tickets opened up that were actually for sale. So I just decided to buy them. So we moved up to be behind home plate. It was me and my daughter. And there were 2 grand slams, a total of 3 home runs in the first inning and a half. I'd never been to
left.
No,
it was it. It was over.
There were 3 more runs scored the rest of the way. So it was a hot start. But I've never been to a game where there were 2 grand slams in like the first inning and a half ever of any sport. Well, of any.
That's crazy.
level. Yeah,
That's super crazy.
you could say it
Who
was
was playing?
Grand Slam time.
Could you?
It was your Oregon Ducks and Washington Huskies. Fun fact, by the way.
Oh, Washington.
The Huskies of Washington had a batter with the last name Husky.
Poor girl. Like, she's like, I want to go to Notre Dame. And dad's like, you have to go to Washington. But I don't want to. I want to go to Oregon. No, you're a Husky.
You were born for this. We knew when you were a young age. They spelled it wrong, though. There's an E in there. Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe the I was gonna say the nurse heard them wrong, but the nurse doesn't write your last name.
No,
So I guess it doesn't really work.
that's the delivery room stenographer that writes that down.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the baby came out. There were forceps. Named it Husky. Amen.
There wasn't 5 steps. It was just 4.
Only forceps for that baby.
Oh man, poor kid.
Some doctors take the kid out using the biceps.
Doctor's just like, hold on, kid, I got you.
Put the kid in a headlock.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. It's like a stunner, except. Well, it sounds like it was a daddy-daughter weekend because my daughter and I, my 15-year-old and I did DoorDash on Saturday together. I was like, I got the text that says like, hey, it's like hopping. You should go. It's an extra $2. So I was like, let's do it. And she's like, can I come? So I said, sure. So she was chilling. We did it for like 3 hours. Like 5 minutes in, she buzzed out her phone. And I was like going to like one of those like coloring apps. And I was like, I was like, if you're in the car, you're all in. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. Wasn't child labor though. So FDA or CBA or NCAA, whoever's listening. It wasn't illegal. NBC. Yep.
Definitely
CBS.
NBC. So did you make your daughter like run the orders to the door?
No. Honestly, she was just there to hold the food, which was great because I had a bunch of orders where they're like 92 drinks and a sandwich. So I was like, thanks.
It was 85 degrees, so
it was really hot. So
Yeah.
you just wanted drinks.
Tal is here this morning. It's good to see you. Thank you for being part of Gaming Morning Show. Kate Zaid had woke up at 46 past 4 o'clock this morning on the West Coast.
First,
Had work
Great.
at the office and said had to try to figure out where it is. Now, in Kate's defense, also they did move offices, so it's not like just the other day they've like, hey, come on back. Do you remember where the place is? So it's different.
What if they didn't tell them they moved the office? Like you got to find it. It's like the world's worst scavenger hunt.
You get an email with like the first clue of the scavenger hunt.
This is where the rabbit likes to eat the morning meal. Like what? My kitchen? Kate, because Kate has rabbits. She'd be like, wait, am I the office now?
It's been a while since you were here. Hopefully, with a series of clues, we'll be reunited. It'll be clear. What am I supposed to do with that? I don't know what that's saying. How do I even start this thing? It's ridiculous. King Julian is here this morning. Blooded Bay is here as well. Thank you for being part of Gaming Morning Show. K-Laugh has already checked in, which is always appreciated.
a warm welcome to our official head of research and development, K-Laugh.
It's good to see you, K-Laugh. Scott Chick is here. Ruggs checked in already, and IMJF Downs is on his way to a pub crawl this morning, so that's always good. Tal said, the bee sneeze? That's what I call allergy season with all this dang pollen.
Allergies are pretty terrible. I need my Claritin daily.
The bee
Otherwise,
sneeze.
I'm a mess. Yeah, that's how it happens. It's like a gateway into allergies. When the bee sneezes, you're like, ah. It's terrible.
Make it stop. Make it stop. Coming up, we'll tell you a story of a woman rescued after falling in the toilet trying to get a phone.
It's the worst.
Is this toilet the normal size?
Or
You
is
have
she
to-
just tiny?
You have to wait and see.
Itty bitty.
I can't just tell you now.
It's like in Robin Hood Men in Tights when Little John falls in the creek. And he's like, help me!
Oh my gosh.
Help me, I'm drowning!
That movie's so good. We should watch that movie.
We could do it as like a watch party or something sometime.
Yeah.
That'd be super fun.
What's funny about that though is yesterday I posted in Kate Zaid's Discord because I've been having some mental issues the last couple of weeks, and anxiety was running rampant. And I saw a GIF of there's like a little boy holding onto a rope in the water, like screaming, and his mom comes over and like stands him up, and he's like, "Oh." It made me think of the Robin Hood Men in Tights thing, but I was like, that's like the perfect metaphor for anxiety. You're like, oh, I can stand up. Awkward.
That actually makes sense. That's a good movie.
It's a great
In many ways.
Really
at
good
least.
Abe Lincoln. Hey, Blinken. I said, hey, Blinken.
What are you doing up there? I'm guessing. Nobody's coming. Guessing. It's National Hug a Plumber Day, National Financial Awareness Day, Anzac Day. Is that
Anzac Day? Oh, go ahead.
is that the like the duck?
No, it's much different. It's a day that commemorates all the Australian and New Zealand soldiers that died in World War II. So they have a little like red poppy. It's like It looks like that, but it's red and not my hands. So
That demonstration with Mike's hands were not to scale. World Malaria Day, National Zucchini Bread Day, National Lingerie Day, World Penguin Day, National Telephone Day, and Go Diaper Free Week.
Done.
yeah,
Depends.
I'm
They're
not
also
wearing-
for leaking.
Bob's
You
back.
can make coffee in Depends. Just kidding. Don't make coffee in Depends.
I was gonna say, you really can do that?
No. However, I'm going diaper free this morning.
You rebel.
You're welcome.
Blooded Base says maybe it's an old school outhouse where the foam fell into. That could be really good headline writing, Blooded Bay. I really don't like going into those old, or not old outhouses. I just don't like going into the outhouse period because you look down there and it's like, ugh. It's so hard not to look though. When you're like even shutting the lid or something, you're like, don't make eye contact. Just drop the
It's like
lid.
you're looking into the gates of hell. Except it's covered in duty.
Although I will say, I feel like outhouses have probably had like the best increase in like technology. Like they are so much cleaner than I think they used to be.
So every 4th of July, we go to Michigan to see Megan's family and friends and stuff. And not friends, family. Which I guess is technically my family now too, since we're married.
That's how family works.
Yeah, I guess. Stop hitting me, guys.
Yeah, tell me about it.
But by Lake Mitt, we go to a place called Duck Lake, and there's they have these outhouses there that are the worst. And every year my daughter's like, "Can we not go to the bathroom there?" Because they smell like absolute duty, or not just like literal duty. Like it's the worst smell I've ever smelled. Ugh. They could definitely benefit from some Dr. Squatch.
Dr. Squatch, outhouse air freshener.
By the way, they came out with a new scent, coconut custard. It's not custard. Coconut castaway is what it's called, and it smells like coconuts and castaways. I don't know, what is it? What do you think a castaway smells like? Probably not good.
We should call Tom Hanks. See what Tom knows.
Oh, maybe it smells like Tom Hanks. I would imagine he smells amazing.
Maybe it
He's like
smells
such
like
a
Tom
nice
Hanks and volleyballs.
Ooh, you know what? Like a brand new volleyball smells really
It
good.
really does. It's quite delightful. Jack is here. Good morning. It's good to see you. Thank you for being here with the 1HC. Tal says, Wilson.
Silly Tal.
When the Denver Broncos had like officially made their trade for, sorry, not officially, had made their trade for Russell Wilson, but like it was all speculated and both teams had agreed to it. They just couldn't announce it because the like deadline to be able to announce hadn't started. The Broncos just tweeted out a picture of Wilson from Castaway. Just a gif.
Clever.
And then the Seahawks,
It's not a GIF.
they put out a GIF, JK, that had like
Some peanut butter.
the part where like Tom Hanks loses Wilson in the ocean and is searching for him. And I don't quite know why they did that because they ended up deleting it because I don't think anyone found it funny. But it's like he loses Wilson. You got rid of Russ. You chose this life.
Yeah.
It's different.
I will say though, I mean that's pretty funny. Props to the social media guy. I mean, honestly, I would have left it up. Yeah, I'm assuming the social media guy would just like, this would be hilarious, and then like someone in management called him like, "Yeah, you need to delete that right now. It's not funny at all." He's like, yeah, sorry, I got hacked.
I have a feeling that's what happened.
Yeah.
I'm not finding that one funny. It is draft week, though, which is always an exciting time. We unfortunately have a school that decides to put all the kids' stuff on the first day of the NFL draft. Every year.
To be fair, though, this is why I hate the NFL draft, because it's like 48 years long. So by the time like the last person's picked, the first pick is already retired. Because like it takes so long. They should have 2 minutes to make a pick from start to finish.
I used to, when it was a Saturday and Sunday event and took just as much time, I used to like plan out my April to it. So I'd have the whole weekend reserved, I'd take it off work, and I'd watch it from start to finish, all what was like probably 39 hours of it. It's great.
My fondest draft memory, and this is honestly the only like memory that I can remember from the draft, was I think it was 93, and it was the Thursday night. Well, obviously it was the start, and I was at Little League practice, and that's when there was a dad listening to it on the radio, because they used to do things like that. And that was the year we drafted Mike Mamula. And I just remember them being like, "Yeah, we got Mike Mamula," and I was like, "I don't know who that is." It doesn't sounds great though.
How'd it work out?
Oh, so he was so good.
So good.
Yeah. Oh gosh, no! Don't go in there! Don't go in there! Stop it! Thank you. The draft. I'm just excited for the another Eagles wide receiver to be drafted. I think it's a rule at this point. We have to draft the first round wide receiver.
Maybe they'll go really well.
Devonta Smith has worked out thus far.
Yeah, true. All right, today's topic of the day, it's National DNA Day. So we're asking you, Chad, have you done one of the DNA tests? Like, what is it, 23andMe and National Chromosome? I don't remember all of them. There was another.
Sorry, what?
National Chromosomes RS or something.
Oh, God. I just got those toothy wheels. Ugh.
Yum.
Oh.
Yum. What are the, like, there's 23andMe and then there was another one for a long time.
It wasn't Ancestry. I know what you're talking about.
But I think Ancestry did offer one, so maybe that's one that got bought by somebody else or something like that.
DNA heritage test. 23andMe, MyHeritage, Ancestry DNA, mother crap.
But was 23andMe like the go-to one forever?
Yeah. Yes.
Huh. Yeah, I had that wrong.
Yeah, I think Ancestry DNA was the other big one that kind of came out. Yeah, I don't see any other ones.
So have either of you done the DNA test?
Yes.
You have.
And I one year there was a discount, so I got two, one for me and one for Megan, and I thought it would be fun. The second one is still sitting up on our dresser, so if anyone wants it, $30 is yours.
Mike just took a DNA test.
I'm 100% that Mike.
Oh.
Can't say the other word.
We actually did perform one DNA test before the show, and that was to confirm that Bear Bear was in fact 100% that Bear Bear. Turns out he is. So Bear Bear took a DNA test. Turns out he's 100% that bear, and he'll show it to us now.
Nice, short and sweet.
That'll work.
I did a sonnet today instead of a.
No, it was great. It was wonderful.
Rhyme. Because I definitely know what a sonnet is.
It's one of the things you put on your head when you don't want to get the sun in your eyes.
It's too much sun to want to get
It's a sonnet.
sunburn.
It's so sunny out. Can someone grab me the sonnet?
Or my sun sonnet.
My favorite Sega game is Sonic the Hedgehog.
It's a very poetic game. Let's get the news. Here's hashtag video game expert Sean.
Good morning. It is Monday, April 25th, 2022, and this is your gaming morning show, Morning Gaming News. Our first news story of the day. Here's something we haven't talked about in a long time. You remember Call of Duty Warzone? Yeah, that still exists. People are still playing it.
How's that going?
And it doesn't sound like it's going great over there at Call of Duty Warzone, because Operation Monarch has a teaser trailer for us, and it shows off a showdown between King Kong and Godzilla. That's right.
What?
Yeah, if you've been playing Call of Duty Warzone and you've been wondering to yourself, this could really use some more kaiju. Here you go. This is from Wesley LeBlanc of Game Informer. Yeah, it seems like they're going to be adding kaiju to Call of Duty Warzone in Operation Monarch. This teaser trailer that we've seen is a cinematic showdown between the famed King Kong and Godzilla, not unlike that of the 2021 movie Godzilla vs. Kong. This fight plays into the actual battle royale somehow. That remains unclear, but we'll find out sooner or later, I'm sure. This Operation Monarch is going to go live May 11th. So hopefully between now and then we get some more information to find out why there are kaiju in Call of Duty's battle royale game.
I kind of hope we don't get any more information. If I'm honest.
they just show up on May 11th. Like no one knows what's going on. I mean, you launch a game and it's like, choose your operator. This guy, or Godzilla.
It's what?
Godzilla with his T-Rex style arms holding a weapon.
You can only hold a pistol. You can't hold it with two hands.
So it doesn't make sense to me. The trailer did look really cool, and like the setting for the newest edition of Warzone is like in the Pacific, right? So I could like see the tie-in in that respect. But I had the same thought. I was like, well, what's this going to be? And Apex Legends had those two Leviathan things out in the ocean, so maybe they just will stand around like Bert and Patricia. So,
Bert and Patricia.
Just naming the Leviathans.
Oh,
maybe they'll be battling like throughout the map and just not get crushed by battling kaiju.
I mean, they had a thing with Krampus or something like that, I believe. And Krampus would like go around and like attack people who were playing the battle royale unexpectedly. So maybe that's what happened with King Kong. It'll be like, "Roar, you lose."
We'll see.
What the heck? What are you doing, Step Kaiju?
We talked a lot about PlayStation Plus's updated tiers. We talked about that a couple weeks ago when it was announced. We still don't know exactly when it's starting, but it looks like they have target dates now. The PlayStation Plus targeted release dates are in June 13th of this year. I don't know why they're still the targeted release dates and they're not just the release dates. So maybe this will change. Maybe it won't. You never know. This is from Adam Bankhurst of IGN. So they released, Sony released these dates via their blog, and then they went into the same details about the new PlayStation Plus tiers, essentially combining PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now into a 3-tier subscription service. We've talked a lot about it, so if you have any questions, you can go back and watch that. The important part is if you have PlayStation Plus currently, the lowest tier is basically the exact same price, same perks. You don't lose anything there. There's just stuff added on top of it if you'd like to partake.
Sweet. I love tiered things. It's the best.
I only have Tears for Fears, so.
Tears for... Oh, never mind.
In our last news story of the day, a Lego news story, which are some of my favorite. The Atari 2600 is celebrating an anniversary this year, and Lego is going to be making a Lego Atari 2600. And this looks pretty cool. This is similar to the Lego NES that they made a bit ago, but this is for Atari in recognition of the console's 40th/45th anniversaries, which apparently is complicated. There is information in the story we provided, but apparently it's both their 40th and 45th anniversaries. So go check that out if you want to know why that's the case. The Lego Atari 2600 has 10,306 pieces. No. It's set number 10,306. Okay. In case you needed to know. It's going to be $199.99. It's which is about $10 more than the Atari VCS's original MSRP. And it launched in 1977. It cannot play games, but it does have the Lego Nintendo had like Mario 1-1 level that you could kind of scroll through. There will be a scene from Activision's seminal hit Pitfall. It does not seem like it will scroll like the NES's Mario level did, but there will be a Pitfall level screen included in the Lego set. So it's pretty neat.
It's like my favorite. I love Pitfall.
I love to fall in some pits. And always last but not least, we finish off today's Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News with the world-renowned segment within a segment where we take a look at what is out today, like Metal Mind out on the PC, Peglin out on PC and Mac, Research and Destroy out on Switch, and for the most prestigious award in video game focused morning shows, your favorite segment within a segment within a segment. Today's name of the morning goes to Crossfire Legion out on the PC.
You just wanted to use the Crossfire jingle, didn't you?
I for sure wanted to use the Crossfire button.
Because Research and Destroy was a better name.
Research and Destroy is fantastic. It made me think of Kayla. But I have a button that says Crossfire on it.
It had been a while since you got to use the Crossfire jingle, so.
In a little bit.
What were we supposed to do again? Were we supposed to stay out of the Crossfire? Can't remember.
Okay. I just remember you like shot a whole bunch, right? Like pew 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 pew.
There was fire and it was like crossing.
You shot like little BBs.
Yeah, that sounds right.
That is right.
BBs sounds right.
Yeah. Yeah, we had Kiki Low and Superphonic over in Northern California for the from the UK. And Kiki was trying to master four-way stops because those don't apparently exist over there. There's too many stop signs in the U.S.
I bet it's just traffic circles, probably.
Yeah, that's what I got the impression. And so that's what Crossfire is. All-way stops.
Just four-way stops.
Yeah. Just stay out of there. Don't go in there. Or across the street. I don't know. Figure it out. Well, congratulations to Crossfire Legion. You're our name of the morning. Boo. Boo. Okay. Sorry. And our apologies to Research and Destroy. The K-Laugh game. A K-Laugh adventure. Out today for the Wii U. It was for Switch, don't worry. If you missed any of the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News, you can find it on our Twitter. It's very easy to do.
Hashtag GMS Morning Gaming News.
That's all you have to do. Look It's Myco is at Look It's Myco. Sports.gaming is at sports.gaming. And I'm at Hefty Goof. You can find us, follow us on Twitter at WatchGMS as well. News about our February 2022 Name of the Month giveaway coming soon to at WatchGMS. Good morning to you, Kasogo. Thank you for being here for this morning radio show that plays games Monday through Friday, 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific time. We have birthdays coming up in about 10 minutes. If you have a birthday that you would like us to celebrate, National DNA Day, have you done one of those DNA tests? What did you find out? So, Mike, you have. What did you find out?
I have, and I posted in the Discord my thing. my results, if you will, I believe is what they call it. And I was kind of surprised. So according to the 23andMe, which I mean may be wrong, I don't know. They are pros, but sometimes you can be wrong. According to them, I'm 78% Northwestern European, which 54% was French and German, which was a little shocking to me. However, Austrian you can kind of throw in there, so that kind of covers that a little bit. I don't know, but 54% French and German, 20% British and Irish, 20% Eastern European, 0.5% Southern European, which put me in Sardinian, which was honestly one of the more surprising parts of it. I was like, wait, what? What? Sardinian? It's a small island off the coast of Italy. I didn't know I had anything like that. So it was cool though. It was really neat to do and to see. And you know, I was kind of hoping I was gonna end up being like royalty or something somewhere. But it didn't work out that way. But it was neat. It was really neat to see.
Yeah, I haven't done them. I don't know why I don't. Maybe it's because like I have that weird disconnect. It's like I don't want to send you all my DNA information for free.
Meh.
I don't know why that's the thing in my brain, but for some reason that's a limiting factor.
Well, that's what Megan says too. So I'm like, yeah, whatever. Like they have all the rest of my information. Might as well give them my DNA too. So
they've seen my TikTok history. That pretty much tells you everything about me. So.
Oh.
Let's see what Miko's tracking at this hour.
Confusion is what Michael is tracking.
Just trying to step out of the spotlight now. Just ignore me.
Well, we'll get in the elevator, head on down here in a second. Our first story of the morning or of the week, as they say, we're gonna talk about the poopy times. And what that means is, according to the AP News, a woman who accidentally dropped her cellular telephone into the hole of an outhouse in a national forest and fell in while trying to retrieve it had to be rescued by firefighters in Washington State. Brennan Fire Department Chief Tim Manley said the woman, who was at the top of Mount Walker in the Olympic National Forest northwest of Seattle, had been using her phone when it fell into the toilet on Tuesday. Manley said she disassembled the toilet seat and used dog leashes to try and get the phone, and eventually used the leashes to tie herself off as she reached for it. That effort failed and she fell into the toilet head first. They didn't work very well, and in she went, Manley said. The woman was alone and tried to get out for 10 to 15 minutes. Reunited with her phone, she called 911, Manley said. Responding firefighters passed her blocks to stand on to reach a harness, which they used to pull her out of the vault. The Brennan Fire Department said the woman said she was uninjured. She was washed down and strongly encouraged to seek medical attention after being exposed to human waste, but she only wanted to leave, the department said. I've been doing this for 40 years, and that was a first, Manley said.
Do you think she was down there for the 10 to 15 minutes and then remembered, oh yeah, my phone's down here somewhere?
So I'm a little confused. So she was alone, but she had just happened to have dog leashes on her? Just in case I come across a dog on my journey.
It did specify multiple leashes too.
What happened to the dogs?
So many questions.
Yeah, the dogs were just sitting there what?
Well, she took our leashes, so we're out of here.
Yeah, we're gone.
What's that, Lassie? Timmy fell down the outhouse?
Liz, she had leashes with her, which would make you assume that there was dogs in the outhouse with her, right? Which, I mean, if you're walking like dogs in a national park, I mean, you're going to bring them in with you when you do your duties. But, I mean, if you're walking like dogs in a national park, I mean, you're going to bring them in with you when you do your duties. But, I mean, if you're walking like dogs in a national park, I mean, you're going to bring them in with you when you do your duties. But, I mean, if you're walking like dogs in a national park, I mean, you're going to bring them in with you when you do your duties. But how did she just get them? Like, did she tie them like the end? Like, okay, just sit. All right, stay here, and then she just like tied it off to herself and like went down the well. The dog's like, ah.
I also have a problem with apparently the terminology for the place where all the poo goes in an outhouse, known as the vault.
It does remind me that it is. Yes, it is. I've heard that many times.
Oh,
because there's so much treasure.
oh no. Well, to Sean's point, I mean, did she get down there and she's like, somebody call me so I can find my phone? Like, did you have to hunt and peck for it, or?
Well, I'm gonna assume there's enough paper down there that like you have somewhat of a basis to like stand or to like see. You know what I mean?
So it wasn't like wading through the mud.
No, it wasn't like Star Wars where they're in the garbage chute and you know, and suddenly. Because honestly, I'm not advocating looking down, but if you ever look down, it's mostly like toilet paper, you know. But I'll bet you can find some amazing treasures.
Maybe.
Maybe. I guarantee there's at least one phone.
Did she use the dogs
Someone's
as
like,
counterweights?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, it says that she had a leash, or leashes. But then it says she tied herself off. Like, hold on.
Is it like the Mission Impossible scene?
Yeah. Like, please don't touch it. Please don't touch it. You know? Like.
So
I also like that she disassembled the toilet seat.
during our news segments, I frequently open them up to see if there are pictures. This one I did not open.
There's so many questions. We should have this lady on the show. Hi, we've got questions. All right, first of all, do you have dogs? Second of all, did you have tools with you? How did you disassemble this toilet seat?
Maybe disassemble was a polite way of saying broke off the toilet seat.
You just shook it for a while.
Yep. Well, so I have had to use an outhouse quite a bit at a sporting event, and always am worried that my phone's gonna like pop out of my pocket and go the same way. So like I will put it into my like hoodie pocket and then roll the hoodie pocket up and like kind of tuck it under my chin to make sure it doesn't fall out, because I've thought of this actually happening to me before. So, and I don't have any dogs and I'm not very good with tools, so I wouldn't have been able to accomplish this.
Well,
You don't carry leashes with you just in case?
yeah, you don't technically need dogs.
True. I don't have many leashes. So.
I think from now on, when I go into an outhouse, I'm gonna bring like a harness with me and some climbing rope, just in case. I'll just tie it off before I sit down. You never know.
There's a climbing rope hanging outside of the outhouse, attached to like a wall. What's this for?
Better a wall than a dog. You know what I mean?
You ask the person waiting in line, will you hold this for me, please?
If you feel two tugs on this, can you hold?
Have you ever rappelled before? Great.
Do you have any climbing history? Why? No reason. Just out of curiosity.
You gonna be in there a while? Nope, just go and pee. Wait, what?
I have to check my email, so I want to make sure I'm covered. What? It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Good morning, day. It's Brendan _TTV. It is so good to see you this morning. Thank you for being here with the first hour crew. Always wake up this early, says Brendan. Just trying to get my act together. Ness is here. I'm addicted to BattleTech at the moment. That game is so much fun. Anyone play BattleTech?
Is it like Crossfire?
Stay out of the crossfire. Oh, we're not talking about
that for the toilets.
Yeah, sorry, we're not talking about the outhouse story anymore. Sorry. Gross. NES's BattleTech tabletop game like Warhammer. They made a game about it. You have a mech, the Mech Warrior games, and they're set in the same universe. And it's a turn-based game like XCOM. No, I haven't played any of those kind of things. Is it fun?
I've seen Pickle play XCOM before.
Blood and Base says,
I don't know if I could.
Blood and Base says, I take mine out and put it on the floor. I don't want to put it anywhere higher than the toilet for this exact. Blood and Bay, we have a story that helps reinforce your decisions there. 'Cause apparently it can happen. So. Well, because I've heard.
Generally, if I have my phone, I'll put it on top of the toilet paper dispenser because that's usually far enough away from the hole. The only problem is I've definitely forgotten my phone on it before, and it had to be like, I hope I get it before the next person.
That's a nice shot.
I've had that happen in a like non-outhouse situation. One time I was with my daughter. My daughter used the bathroom like a little bit later than me, not like hours later or anything. And she comes out, she goes, "Hey, Dad, I got your phone." It's like, thank you.
Crack!
It's like I'm so happy that I left that in there.
Just wanted to make sure in case you were good. Call you on the toilet phone.
On the toilet phone. Ring, 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 toilet phone. Blood and Base said, I put my keys on the dispenser and knocked them in. Oh, no.
Oh, God.
I can't even imagine having my cell phone. Like, even if you get it back, like she did, how much cleaning?
Do you want to use it?
Yeah, the orifices that stuff could seep into. Just, I don't know, hard pass. Nice try. We're one of life's losers. It's okay, because it's 6:51 on Gaming Morning Show. 9:51 out east. It is 2:51 for those watching GMS in the UK. So today was supposed to be the last day of the Trevor Project fundraiser. We're raising money for the Trevor Project, and so far we've raised nearly $300 of our $500 goal. But then we were talking last week. I was in Northern California. We weren't able to have the graphics the way that we usually do. We didn't have our automated chat messages like we usually do because we were kind of on the road last week. And so we decided, hey, maybe we'll go ahead and extend it for another week. So right now we're planning to do this through Thursday and see if we can hit some milestones. And then maybe some of those we can execute some coming up this weekend. If you don't know about the Trevor Project, you can learn more at thetrevorproject.org. There's some featured resources on the front page, a guide to being an ally to transgender and non-binary youth, Black and LGBTQ approaching intersectional conversations, and how to support bisexual youth. So there's a whole bunch of information there. If you need support, if you want to become an ally, if you want to be able to share resources with folks, and of course, if you want to donate directly to the Trevor Project, you can. That's at thetrevorproject.org. And if you would like to make a donation today, you can by clicking on this link or scanning the QR code in the bottom left corner of your screen.
I can't believe we're gonna be playing the rest of Fud Village tonight.
That's gonna be so exciting.
Can't believe that. Oh, Ryan's doing the Homer into the hedge thing again.
Can't see me. I'm not here.
That's not how it works.
Nope.
I bet
Oh,
he's
wait.
still there.
I'm sorry, I gotta use kid logic. Just a sec.
Yep, there you go. You can't see the face. You're safe.
Wasn't me. I didn't use your Dr. Squatch soap, Dad.
Just call me Dad. There's an episode of The Simpsons, speaking of, where that has the Homer Simpson rule, where he's driving somewhere because he's like late, and then he decides like if I can't see it, it's not illegal. So he's like driving through it at red lights like this. So every time I always think of that, like you're like, oh, I can't see it, it's not real.
I don't know. Not maybe not.
Brendan points out nightly Fudge Village. Man, all week.
Wow.
Can't believe it.
Not tonight. I have a headache.
Lucky us. Let's do birthdays. We'll figure out what exactly we're doing this week and stall a little bit more because Fudge Village. I heard Sean was just going to play it for me, and then I'll have to play it. So here's birthdays this day in gaming history. If you have a birthday to celebrate, please let us know because we would like to celebrate with you. Today, apparently, actor Al Pacino has a birthday.
Holy jeez. 165?
Al's not that old. 82 today.
He's only 82. Wow. He took part in a recent Oscar celebration for The Godfather, along with Francis Ford Coppola and Robert De Niro.
Huh. I didn't know about that, but Al's in this picture with Francis Ford Coppola and Robert De Niro. They're on the stage during a Godfather reunion at the Oscars.
Huh.
Crazy.
On Sunday, March 27th, 2022.
How many nominations?
It's probably the only thing that happened that night. I think it's kind of funny, though, that they use basically the caption from the photo for the fun fact.
Yeah, they just copy pasted.
Yeah.
I really hope all of them are like that tonight. Like, this guy was at this place. Hey.
If I were to say the next person's birthday, it's Bjorn.
Yep.
I would say Ulvaeus, but I don't actually know if that's correct.
That's correct.
Ulvaeus turned 77 today.
From ABBA. This is going to be a really easy one, too. ABBA received its first Grammy nomination this year.
But did they win?
I'll take yes. Sean, you want to go no?
I was going to say, I'll go no, and then we balance it out. One of us is guaranteed to be right. Let's go.
I'm going one nomination, one win.
ABBA, with a total number of 1 Grammy nomination, has 0 wins.
Dang.
Sorry, ABBA.
Boo.
Correct.
That kind of surprises me, though. They only have 1.
And it just happened.
In 2020, like, what?
If you told me they only had 1, I could, like, all right, I can see that, but then you say it's from 2022, I'm like, get out of here.
You're like, that's so tough that they lost back in the 70s. Nope.
Like, no, who'd they lose to? Like, Stevie Wonder? No, Kid Cudi. Like, what?
Actor Hank Azaria turns 58 today.
Did you know that he voiced Gargamel in the animated Smurfs movies? Not that he, voiced half of the Simpsons cast.
Yeah, but if they put that, we'd be mad at that for being a fun fact that, like, everyone knows that's why he's famous.
He's Brockmire.
So,
he's brilliant.
It says animated Smurfs movies. Are those like the new Smurfs movies?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The one where, like, Katy Perry is Smurfette, and you're like, all right, cool. And that's the only other cast member I know.
Actress Renee Zellweger is 53.
I wonder if she was in the Smurfs movie. But some of her early film roles do include Reality Bites and Empire Records, which, by the way, is an incredible movie.
We should watch that.
Sure. Just add it to the list.
We'll just do it during the GMS Movie Festival.
GMS Movie Festival, where we talk about watching movies, but never actually watch them.
We'll have panels. It'll be great. Today is Gina. Torres' 53rd birthday. Was in Firefly, was in Serenity, and on the U.S. network legal drama Suits.
Nice.
Can't wait for them to have the sequel called Pants.
Am I gonna rewatch Firefly and Serenity? Those are so good.
So
It's probably been like 6 years since I've watched those. I should watch them again.
So it says the spin-off series for Suits was Pearson. I like Mike's idea a lot better.
Yeah. Or like jackets or like
Blazers,
Pajamas.
suits. Yeah, pajamas would be better. Perfect.
suits and pants.
We fight crime right after we wake up.
Oh,
in that 15 minutes.
sorry, we screwed up Brendan. Brendan has a good point. Actress and star of B-movie, Renee Zellweger turns 53. So. Actor Jason Lee is 52 today.
Yeah.
This is a good fun fact.
This is. He used to be a professional skateboarder. Go figure.
I like it.
He's great.
The big fundamental, former NBA player Tim Duncan is 46 today.
I thought that was Jason Lee's nickname. I was like, wow, really? He shares a nickname with Tim Duncan when he was a skateboarder?
That's what they always
The big
complimented Jason
fundamental.
on during his skateboarding days, was how fundamentally sound his skills were.
Yeah.
So
Ooh, he doesn't do big tricks, but he does them so fundamentally correct.
his ollies are
Kickflip
flawless.
was clean.
Actress Sara Paxton turns 34 today.
Did you know that is a distant cousin of actor Bill Paxton? Like way down, way 9 times removed, but then added again, and then divided by 6, and then subtracted by 2, and then added 7.
I find that interesting in the sense that still has the same last name though.
Yeah, then maybe he's got a really big family.
Yeah.
It's 40 of them.
You mean Bill Paxton of the Paxtons?
I honestly thought it was gonna be is Bill Paxton's daughter, but no.
Yep.
Just, I mean, I guess if they're from Alabama, they could be still in that tree. Roll Tide.
Sorry, Alabama. All right. There's your birthdays. This day in gaming history. In the year 2000,
Year 2000.
wow, that was a good note. Reprise Records released the music album Silver and Gold by Neil Young. The album cover art was shot with a Game Boy camera.
Whoa, what?
Interesting.
Year 2000.
That actually is genuinely interesting.
That's a good
Yeah,
one.
yeah. That's a better fun fact than all the other ones. So
K-Laugh.
that's not even a fact.
Find the 2000 music album Silver and Gold by Neil Young and put the album cover art in our Discord, please, so we can see it. It's shot by a Game Boy camera. Fun fact also, it's the only thing a Game Boy camera ever was used for. Ever. Sorry. 2006, Majesco releases Guilty Gear Dust Strikers. That was for Nintendo DS. That same year, Ubisoft, don't call me Ubisoft, releases America's Army, Rise of a Soldier for PlayStation 2 and Xbox.
Light
Dick.
baby.
Which soldier?
I was going to say, it's Rise of a Soldier, not the soldier, but a soldier.
Yeah. That
Oh,
one
yeah?
right there.
That looks like a picture that was shot by a Game Boy camera.
Yeah.
That checks out.
I gotta look at it now. Huh. The vivid detail. That person
Crisp
is
edges.
definitely probably holding their arms to their side and wearing pants.
I think the second part might be a little much. I don't know if they're wearing pants. I mean, maybe they are. Who knows? We'll never know.
Next hour, we'll have a list of the day. Today is National DNA Day, so we've learned a little bit about Mike today, and we've learned a little bit about Lookit's wifo and my aversion to taking DNA tests. So we'll do that a little bit later. Not me taking the test. I'm not going to do that.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Oh, God. Okay. Can you express me over your test?
Heck yeah.
Just shove it through the camera? Like
I
Wonka
I
Vision?
could probably just send it in the mail with the pizza.
Love pizza.
Yeah, did that get there yet? I totally put it in an envelope. Threw it in. No.
6 to 8 business days. Ugh. Also, we'll have sports. Ness says, I heard Ubisoft might sell the company because it's not going so great. They're losing a lot of talent. Oh, interesting. Kosogo, the army game, was designed as a recruiting tool. There you go.
Yeah.
So that was.
It wasn't very fun.
Kate said, I wanted to join the military because of COD.
Yeah, but then you die and you can't like respawn. That part kind of sucks.
All right, we'll do the second hour coming up. Thank you for being here. It's National DNA Day. It's also Monday, April 25th, 2022. Thanks for being here. Gaming Morning Show, Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and at gamingmorningshow.tv.
Saving grace in you, in you. You're the reason why I can open up, let down my walls tonight. We could run away, let our worlds collide. I'm staying where you are, 'cause only you could ever mend my tender heart. Let our worlds collide, 'cause only you could ever mend my tender heart. Seeing my saving grace in you, in you. You're the reason why I can open up, let down my walls tonight. We could run away, let our worlds collide. I'm staying where you are, 'cause only you could ever mend my tender heart. My secrets are on the line, 'cause only you could ever mend my tender heart. I'm seeing my saving grace in you, 'cause only you could ever mend my tender heart. I found the one, 'cause only you could ever mend my tender heart. I'm staying where you are, 'cause only you could ever mend my tender heart. I made a couple things in my life, but this one takes a cake. Sat in front of my camera, started streaming the game. Next thing I know, got friends all around the world. Shaping the girl who I know I'll grow. I never saw this coming, no, I never imagined. They said there'll never be anything special in this world. Well, guess what? The joke's on them, because I'm in a new world. They'll never leave the small towns and little places that are stuck in the ground. No, they'll never see the faces, and I can't let that waste, so I packed up and moved far away from home. Yeah, I've grown up, mama, I need something different. I overcame the odds, most of it was disappointment. But see, I've changed my tune. Now I support myself, I'll do anything I put my mind to. I did something different, I overcame the odds, most of it was disappointment. But see, I've changed my tune. I'll do anything I put my mind to. Well, some try to say that it's hard to progress. Well, I'll beg to differ, because I found the best people to teach me how to do it greater. People who remind me that I'm doing better. I've never seen such a change inside of me, where I feel like I've come out of hiding. People say fear is the key to success, and I'm here to tell you that I'm crapping my pants. I never understood how people could love you, especially when they've never met you. But somehow they have changed my point of view. I'll spread love until it's an issue. Yeah, I've grown a model and it's looking different. I overcame the obstacles, this disappointment. See, I've changed my tune. Now I'll support myself, I'll do anything I put my mind to. I did something different. I overcame the obstacles, this disappointment. But see, I've changed my tune. I'll support myself, I'll do anything I put my mind to. You never know what will happen when you log into see. No, you never know who you're gonna meet. You never know what will happen when you log into see. No, you never know.
Okay, we'll roll with this. By the way, they give us some context. Pastries are different from breads in that they have a higher fat content, which gives them a flakier, more crumbly texture. You hear that? Biscuits versus scones?
Same.
See? So there's 5 different types of pastries. I'm not going to read them because there's a lot of words I don't want to say in there. There's 5 different types. We'll post this link and you can learn it after the show. It's your homework, Chad. All right, I'll start with number 1.
1.
Croissants. I like croissants a lot. My favorite type of sandwich, croissant sandwich. Like, I love a good rye bread, don't get me wrong. Sourdough dough is super overrated. Ugh, sourdough.
Like rye or sourdough or croissants.
I also love
Or
white bread.
Or anything.
Or anything. I hate
Coming up on Gaming Morning Show. List of the day and sports. Follow us on Twitter at WatchGMS and join our Discord. Go to gms.watch and click on where to find GMS. All ahead on Gaming Morning Show. Time for hour number 2. Right now.
Morning, gamer. And I know I pointed at you. It's Monday, April 25th, 2022, and this is Gaming Morning
Take that.
Show. You didn't know who I was talking to when I said morning game. I'm talking to you. What are we doing? I forgot how to be in the normal studio.
What do I do with my hands?
Left the beach and I'm pointing at
I
you.
miss the ocean.
You should come out. We'll take you to the ocean. Although,
I meant the one where you were last week.
although Lake Michigan's basically the ocean of the north.
Dude, Lake Michigan is so cold though. Like always freezing.
But like, I don't have it incorrect. If you stand at like the coastline in Chicago and you look north to Lake Michigan, like it looks like the ocean, right? It's that big.
Oh yeah, it's
Okay.
huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
It is just so bizarre. You know, I haven't been to the ocean in quite some time, but was last week. And getting to the coastline and looking out and be like, that thing is just massive. I was also thinking, we saw a cargo ship coming into the Golden Gate, underneath the Golden Gate Bridge. And, like, how cool does it have to be when you're transporting things over the ocean from, like, one side of the world to the other? And you finally get to, like, your destination. That's got to be, like, really cool, right? It's like we're finally back to a place.
I think they spend so much time on the boats. It's probably like, nah, like another day, another dollar kind of a thing. But yeah, and a lot of times they still stay on the boats when they even port. I noticed that when we were in Florida, there was a bunch of tankers waiting outside of Fort, whatever, waiting to get in. I think it was Fort Lauderdale, and there was like little ferry boats bringing guys back and forth. So I was like, all right, cool. But yeah, I mean, if you ever watch The Deadliest Catch, when they get to shore, they go wild.
Would you
We're
ever
wild and
done
crazy
the crab boat
fishermen.
thing?
Wah. No, absolutely not. I mean, if it was like in the lake over here, maybe, and we were, looking for mud. I don't know. But I wouldn't. No, like those guys are nuts. Absolutely nuts. Bonkers. I have a friend who works on a salmon boat, but that's a little different.
I'd do it as long as I couldn't die.
Okay.
Like I want the immunity. The immortality cheat. You know.
Yes, I would. I will definitely work for you this season. However, in the contract, it has to say I can't die.
Yeah, that's it though. I would be so useless on a boat like that. Just so useless.
Oh
yeah. Ryan, could you go tie this knot? No, I cannot. Yeah, I get it. Not. I mean, we were outside yesterday. We recently changed something in our backyard, and we had bought a couple years ago one of those sun sail type things that like keep the shade over the middle of an area. And I had went out to measure it, and I measured it to the like width of the yard, and that was too big. I needed to like take some feet off for like tension purposes. I'm just useless when it comes to anything around the house. That's why I have a
You're
shower.
good at holding a flashlight.
Yes.
Like actually,
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
and sometimes you can like hand me stuff. You're good at that too. I wouldn't say you're useless at everything.
Most of the time when you tell me what tool you need, I'm like 90% correct.
Yeah.
Not that one.
my
the other one.
my kids are the worst at flashlight holding. Because you're like, all right, just put it here so I can see what's going on. And then it just starts like wandering off. You're like, no. Like, come back. I can't. I'm literally in the pitch black right now. Can you please? Oh, yeah. Wander. Like, what do you do? And then like a hand comes in front of it and they're like, woof. And you're like, what? Are you making like shadow puppets? Like, what? Like,
Well, Ryan makes
what are you
shadow
doing?
puppets too, but I like them. They're pretty good.
Well, I mean, they're great when you're not. What is that? They're great when you're not trying to like see something. You know, you have like the entire inner workings of the sink in your hands, and then suddenly it goes black, and you're like, hello.
Your kid's like, it was an eclipse.
You just hear like footsteps running away, and you're like, oh god.
I was pretty good at the flashlight as a kid, so I'm sorry that your kids are not as professional as I am.
Well, I mean, it's payback. How's the same?
If you haven't already, please go to our YouTube page. Many of you have subscribed and watched the first episode of GMS Play's YouTube exclusive Banjo and Kazooie using the Nintendo Power official player strategy guide. We now have 3 episodes of that YouTube exclusive out. You can watch them. Each one opens up with a last time trailer featuring our big voice Bob, and it's a lot of fun with sports.gaming. Check it out. The 4th episode will be out tomorrow at noon. Subscribe at youtube.com/gaming for the show.
And we've been doing like pop-up video style fun facts, and you gotta keep watching because somewhere around maybe a little bit in episode 3, but definitely in episodes 4 and 5, whoever's doing those pop-up fun facts and me definitely at odds with one another. They're becoming sentient and seem to be antagonistic to me.
You get the Cleveland.com interns to do it.
Maybe.
This is a game called Banjo and Kazooie.
1 Grammy nomination. Downs goes, GMS Plays Banjo and Kazooie is the bomb. Yeah, it's been really good, Sean. Nice work. Ness laughed at the deadliest catch. I didn't like that show.
It was cool for a while.
I don't know if I really liked that show either, but it's definitely that type of show that you accidentally
Sucks
watch
you
5
in.
minutes of it, and next thing you know, you've watched 3 seasons. Oh, what just happened?
It was an interesting show, and then it got really like outrageous, and then you're like, all right, I feel as if maybe we've left the realm of reality, And now we're in the whole like, hey, we need somebody to get drunk, or at least pretend like it. Okay, you. You know, you're like, what? So yeah, I think after a while it just kind of got a little so.
Yeah, the production around reality shows
isn't very real.
Yeah, it just becomes out of hand after a while because everything's about ratings, right? So.
Yep.
Well, I feel like with something like that, like, if they don't start intervening in terms of like producers, every season's like isn't every year basically the same thing on a fishing boat?
Kind of. I mean, some of the stuff was really cool to where, like, especially recently, like climate change has played a big part in these fishing seasons because for a while, like, a lot of those areas were off limits because the population is decimated because normally you have like a hot and a cold season basically, and with climate change there's like no cold seasons, so there's not enough time for like they don't like migrate or anything. So like some of that stuff is kind of interesting to see how they like mitigate that issue, but when it's just like, how do we mitigate not being able to fish? Let's just yell at each other. Oh, okay. That's a productive way to do it. You're like, what? Let me just call you a bad word. Like, what?
Let's just yell at each other. That's great. That's great.
Nothing attracts crabs more than yelling at each other.
How'd you catch the crabs? Oh, you use the yelling song siren, or siren song, or whatever.
Yeah, if you scream and call each other a cat, you're fine. Oh no! That's a great save.
I laid up for you.
I know. I thought I had it.
But surely you had it.
Oh yeah, I was with you. I was like, what a fun play. I had to save myself from myself. Yeah, I haven't watched like Ice Road Truckers, and there's so many. In fact, John Oliver on last week tonight or whatever had a thing about trucks recently because of all the protests that involved truckers. The trucks were very much in the news, and then you have like Discovery or TLC or something's obsession with Ice Road Truckers, and then
No,
Dry
it's
Road
the
Truckers.
Weather Channel.
Sorry, it's the Weather Channel.
Remember when they used to have weather? That was cool.
They still have Jim Cantori.
Yeah, only when something magical happens. Bro.
Well, so like it's that same kind of thing where it's like you don't want to be in town when Jim Cantori shows up.
Yeah, if you see Jim Cantori leave, if you don't know who Jim Cantori is, just Google right now and just look at his face. You don't need to know who he is. If you see this man anywhere near you, run. Like that's the end of the world. It's coming.
Jim is always on the Dan Patrick Show talking about like natural disasters, and they will set him up to have to like use lines in his stand-ups for the Weather Channel. So they'll find things that he incorporates into what he said. And one time he had to do push-ups on the air and did it. But also in other news, Jim Cantori is ripped. So
Dude is huge. Him and Ed Hockley should be going to like a wrestling match. You don't know who Ed Hockley is? He's like the most ripped NFL official / lawyer in the world.
Yeah. He's the lawyer with the biggest biceps. That's how he wins all his cases.
Yeah. I like to imagine when he's in court, he just wears like a sleeveless shirt. You know, he has like a shirt with a tie, but like the sleeves have been ripped off.
Oh no, it was DDS. I was like, wasn't there a lawyer wrestling character? But I was thinking of the DDS guy because he wore like
IRS.
Oh, IRS, yeah, because he wore like a button-up shirt with like no sleeves.
Erwin R. Shyster.
What are you gonna do when the guns of Hockley come for you? Oh! You're robbed, I say. We won that game. Not bad at all. We made a double
won
hat trick.
6.5-0.
You are one of life's winners.
Brendan goes, he actually has a supply of 2,000 judge robes because he rips off the sleeves for every session. No, you're out of order. You can't handle the truth. What's your right arm called? Justice. What's your left arm called? Can't remember anything else about the justice system, but there was another word that's probably important.
Weights and balances, checks and balances.
7:24 West Coast, 10:24 out east. It is 3:24 for those watching GMS in the UK. Sports coming up later this hour. We appreciate you helping us raise funds for the Trevor Project, and you can get involved by clicking the link that's about to show up in your chat, or by going to the bottom left corner of your screen and scanning the QR code. Big thanks to I See You, I Love You Regardless, the top donation so far since we started the Trevor Project Trevor Project fundraiser last week. Donated $100, and we'll keep this going. So I think at this point we're pretty set that if we reach our goal of $500, then I'm going to do the show for an entire week without my hat on, which, if you've been here since the beginning of the show, I always wear a hat. Always. I think I've been on camera once without it.
And I'm going to wear a hat the whole week.
That's right. We're going to swap.
Ryan's hat.
Could I get a green screen and superimpose your hair on my hair for a week?
You should just get a green hat. And we can do that.
And then we're working on numbers if Mike O were to shave his head. Kindly, Chris M.E. had volunteered to have us shave Chris's head so that we can preserve Mike's great hair. So maybe we can do both. We'll shave Mike and Chris's hair. So,
how about we shave each other's hair and then mail each other our hair, and then we just paste it to our heads?
Sounds sticky.
Austin's out.
Do I want to go into the outhouse, or do I want to have someone else's hair on my head?
There's a question.
If we raise $2,000, we're going to have Mike rappel down an outhouse using dog leashes.
How many? Just 2?
Yep.
I'm a man of size. I might need like 7.
You have to be attached to Dixie and Delilah.
Hey, you guys want to anchor me going down a poo well?
Where'd Dad go?
I don't know how they're comfortable. They're like so. Dixie's like bent in half backwards. I don't get it.
I saw a TikTok the other day of like an older golden retriever who got 2 foster puppy
How old
friends.
was it?
It was older than not old. And the damn puppies, like this dog had its own little dog bed, and the damn puppies took like 3/5 of it, and so this dog is sleeping with its back legs on the pad and its head down on the floor. And I'm just like, dogs can sleep in any way, shape, or
Dogs are weird. What's really funny though is, so I've got the 2 little dogs who are sleeping in here, and then we have the big 70 pound hound mix. He's probably close to 80 at this point. 80 pounds, not years old. But he has decided that he really likes the puppy beds, so he'll like curl up in a ball in the puppy beds, and they're just like, I wanted to sleep in that. Just kind of look at him, and he's like, yeah, this is so nice. And they're like, oh. They sleep on the floor next to it, and it's really funny. So funny.
All right, coming up this hour, we will tell you about a snooker pigeon. What the heck is a snooker pigeon?
Look it up on Urban Dictionary. I don't know if it exists, but that would be pretty great.
It apparently disrupts a world championship. So,
K-Laugh, come up with a fun meaning for snooker pigeon and put it on Urban Dictionary.
Good morning to you, Dobbs. Brendan goes, going down a poo well. If I had a nickel.
You'd have a nickel.
All right, what is our list of the day today?
What's in the thing? You have to read it because it has your name in it. It talks about there was a lot of really, really good ones. And when I say good ones, I mean today wasn't really a great day of a day for lists. So I was trying to find like interesting DNA facts. So I was trying to find out like the 10 most interesting things figured out by like 23andMe, but they were all just really depressing. And it was like, I found out that my mom wasn't my mom, or you're like, what?
Right.
I found out that my half brother was actually my husband.
I found out I'm the distant cousin to Bill Paxton.
Here we go. I see here. There's a lot of downer lists, as you mentioned today, or super nerdy lists. But I, Hefty Goof, managed to find an incredible one. Let's talk about Hank Azaria's top 10 characters that he voiced on the clinically acclaimed world. I almost thought this said world renowned show. Renowned show.
Let's go with that. Let's go with reowned. It's fine.
It's technically re-owned. No, it's Disney.
That's
It's fair enough.
Clinically acclaimed.
This is from Ben Sherlock, October 2020. No S Sherlock. Screen Rant. We got number 10 on this list.
10.
Is Professor Fink. And by Fink, I mean Frink, because there's an R in there. It's Professor Frink.
Silent.
R is silent. It's actually Rink. The F is silent. Anyway, they bring out Professor Frink every once in a while. Kind of shows up like they're releasing an invention or something. I don't know. He's fine.
9.
The best part about Professor Frank before we moved on is Hank Azaria plays his speaking voice, but his singing voice is provided by Josh Groban, which is hilarious. Number 9 is Cletus Spuckler. It's Springfield's resident slack-jawed yokel. He lives in a trailer on the outskirts of town with his wife, Brandine, who is implied to be his sister.
Alabama.
Sorry, Alabama.
8.
There's nothing more to talk about him.
No. Number 8 is Kirk Van Houten. From his crippling divorce to his demo tape, Can I Borrow a Feeling? To the fact that he sleeps in a bed that looks like a racing car. That's awesome. Milhouse's dad, Kirk Van Houten, is one of the biggest losers in Springfield. I love The Simpsons. They're so happy.
7.
I like Dobbs. Some folks will never get a joke, but then some folks focal. Nope. Never mind.
Is that again some focal? Great.
It's from the song. It's from the song.
7.
Drederick Tatum.
Those cold starts will get you.
Jason Batum.
Heavyweight boxing champion, won 1984 Summer Olympics, got a gold medal. Yeah, Tatum is a pretty transparent parody of Mike Tyson.
However,
6.
if you listen to him, you would never know it's Hank Azaria.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's really good.
He's just that good. Number 6 is Comic Book Guy. When he's not complaining about various aspects of pop culture, Comic Book Guy has been used for meta commentary about The Simpsons itself. The character is a spot-on lampoon of every, quote, comic book guy in America. Hank Azaria based comic book guy's voice on a guy who lived in the dorm next to his in college.
It's really funny.
That's good.
5.
Frank Grimes, possibly the most memorable single episode character in The Simpsons history. Frank Grimes was introduced in the opening scenes of Homer's Enemy as the unluckiest man in America. He struggled for everything he has, and now, after finally getting a degree in nuclear physics, he's hired to work at Mr. Burns' power plant. Upon arrival, he's astounded by Homer, who has so much more than him and didn't have to do nearly as much to get it. What? I don't. Why would you be? Okay, number 4. Let's just go to 4.
Okay, cool. 4.
Worst list ever.
Superintendent Chalmers, who is pretty just like straight-laced, right? Like Chalmers shows up every once in a while, I guess. I don't know. I haven't seen The Simpsons in 20 years, so what am I saying? I have no expertise in this regard. They do say that he's very good at yelling Skinner's name, Principal Skinner. So, Skinner! He doesn't have many iconic moments. He was involved, though, in one of Ralph Wiggum's most iconic moments when he called him Super Nintendo Chalmers.
Pretty good.
3.
Number 3 is Dr. Nick Riviera. Dr. Hilbert is the most reliable physician in Springfield. Dr. Nick Riviera is the least reliable. His billboards feature in the new high-def opening title, and they say, "If I kill you, you don't pay."
2.
Dr. Nick. Hi, Dr. Nick. Hi, everybody. Hi, Dr. Nick. That's so great. One time I went to the doctor, and the guy's name was Dr. Nick something, and I was like, oh, gosh, please don't. Can I have a new one? Number 2 is Chief Wiggum. I can't do his voice. In true Springfield fashion, the town's least competent cop is the chief of police. Chief Wiggum's more adept co-workers, Eddie and Lou, act as straight men to Wiggum's zany antics. Azaria initially did a David Brinkley impression. I don't know who that is. But it was deemed too slow when he switched to Edward G. Robinson. Also don't know who that is either. It's also ironic because Robinson was famous for playing gangsters. Gangsters.
1.
Please tell me you did the Dr. Nick thing to that doctor named Nick, right?
No, because I didn't want him to like cut out my spleen.
Hi, Dr. Nick. Hi, guy who doesn't have a spleen anymore. What do you mean? Number 1 is Mo. Mo is obviously the character that only has one name. Everyone calls him Mo and definitely doesn't have a last name, which is good.
You should say his last name.
Oh, no, he doesn't have one. It's Mo S.
You should try it. It's really good.
Isn't that Mo Slezak?
Sizzlack. That was close.
That's not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, you were ballpark. Ballpark.
Don't have anything to do with names today. But yes, Mo is an iconic voice. Originated as an Al Pacino impression in early seasons. The character's voice has since evolved into its own thing. All right.
Nice.
There you go. Screen Rants brings us the top 10 Hank Azaria voices from The Simpsons, because today is Hank Azaria's birthday. I would like to see if Dobbs, Brendan, or anyone, K-Laugh, can put in Super Nintendo Chalmers into the Discord. I would like to see that because I've never seen that one before. So
No.
That's a good one.
my favorite Chief Wiggum moment from the early years was there's a police chase that Chief Wiggum has to do. He's like, let me put in my police chase music. He throws in a cassette and it's sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows, everything.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's one of my favorite Chief Wiggum moments. So.
We're together.
Yep. 7:37 now. Today is National DNA Day. Anybody who hasn't answered already, you're welcome to. Have you done one of the DNA tests? What did you find out? Mike got some glimpses into your ancestry.
Yeah, I'm Sardinian. I'm related to sardines somehow.
Are you a fish?
Yeah, I think so. I always wondered what these weird lines on my neck were. When I'm like out, like I can't breathe really well, but when I like fall in the water, I'm set.
I thought they were tattoos.
Yeah, me too. I just didn't remember getting them. I thought maybe I was
Mike has
something.
tattoos?
No. What kind of heathen drag would have tattoos?
I still can't believe I didn't see them for, I don't know, life.
Totally easy to miss. They're not right here in my forearm or anything at all.
It was in that moment I realized how much I listened to you both, as opposed to look at you.
That's fine. It's fine. I don't know. I was gonna say something. I just let. Oh God. I'm gonna look away again.
See what Mike goes tracking at this hour.
Fear. Let's head down to the newsroom and talk about some animals. You guys like animals? Well, I like animals. They're crazy because they like to disrupt things. And Hurataka Sharma from NASDAQ tells us about a pigeon caused a bizarre delay midway through Mark Selby's second-round World Championship match against Yang Bingtao on Friday, delighting and amusing the players, officials, and the crowd at the Crucible in Sheffield. After 5 frames with Yan leading 3-2, the bird flew towards him before landing on the top cushion and strolling along the match table towards the middle pocket. This was during snooker. I'm JF Downs. Can you tell us what snooker is? There is a pigeon. Yes, you heard that correctly. A pigeon in the Crucible Theater, John Virgo said while describing the action on BBC. Absolutely extraordinary. It looked for a moment as though Yang Bingtao had a towel thrown towards him. It was the arrival of an unwanted feathered friend. Absolutely incredible. We have seen some things at the Crucible before, but we have never seen that. How on earth are they going to get it out? That's what the guy said. The bird then made its way backstage where it was caught by a member of staff whose pigeons will do anything for a free ticket. This is unbelievable, former world champion Ken Doherty said while commentating. Yeah, that's weird.
It was
So yeah, a pigeon like disrupted a snooker match.
It was unbelievable, huh?
Unbelievable.
Wow.
Silly bird trying to get free tickets. What kind of bird do you think you are?
I had to look up snooker on Wikipedia, and the caption of the Wikipedia image says 4-time world champion Mark Selby playing at a practice table during the 2012 Masters tournament.
He's apparently really good. I think snooker is just because English people weren't very good at pool, so they're like, let's add some more holes to the table. Actually, I don't think it's anything like that. But
See, this table looks like it has the same amount of pockets.
One of them's like in the middle, isn't it?
Oh, is there one in the middle?
I believe so.
So I thought they were talking about. My friend had a rental house, and they had a table that had like these bumpers, and so it was like a pool table, but it had like these bumpers, and you used just red and white balls, and that's what I thought you were talking about.
Isn't that? I think that's snooker. Isn't it?
See, that's what I thought, but I it's not showing that on this page.
Well, it's probably wrong then.
It is Wikipedia, so.
Anyone can edit Wikipedia.
K-Laugh! What's the game with the bumpers and the red and white balls?
You mean snooker?
It's not snooker.
Makes me think of Super Troopers when they keep saying shenanigans and the chief like loses his mind. And then they're like, if someone says shenanigans one more time, I'm gonna pistol whip them. And they're like, hey, Fireball, what's the restaurant you like with the mozzarella stick and all the shiny stuff on the walls? Shenanigans?
K-Laugh said snooker. What is going on?
See?
Snooker is a cue sport that was first played by British Army officers stationed in India in the second half of the 19th century. It's played on a rectangular table covered in green cloth called baize, with 6 pockets, 1 in each corner and 1 in the middle of each long side. The game is played with 22 balls, comprising a cue ball, 15 red balls, and 6 other balls, yellow, green, brown, blue, pink, and black, collectively called the colors. Using a cue stick, the individual players or teams take turns to strike the white cue ball to pot other balls in a predefined sequence, accumulating points for each successful pot. And for each time the opposing player or team commits a foul, an individual frame of snooker is won by a player who scored the most points. It's not what I was talking. I think what they call the thing that I was talking about is called bumper pool or something like that. Scott Chick says, don't get snooker. All I know is the residents seem to love watching it, though. Okay. This is a complete tangent, but is cricket the sport that can last multiple days?
I believe so.
Like you can have a
First
cricket
you have
match.
to find one. And that's can be really hard. Because when they make the little crick, 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 like it's really like it could be anywhere. So yeah, I can see how that can last.
I was watching it yesterday after the Formula One race was over, and I was really trying to understand what I was looking at, and I didn't figure it out, but I didn't like try to also Google anything. But I think it'd be fun to go to a cricket match with somebody who is really into cricket and learn, because there's so much going on in that sport.
I feel the same about cricket as I do about rugby, where I watch it and I'm like, okay, I think I figured it out. Then you're like, wait, why is he? Hold on, why did he just put the ball on the ground? No, why isn't anyone touching him?
I learned a long time ago about rugby and started watching rugby. I also tried to do the same thing with cricket at one point, just like took an honest attempt to try to learn and figure out and watch them to see if I enjoyed it. It never made sense. Rugby, in comparison, is very accessible if you have the right person like explain it to you and watch it. It's not nearly as complicated as it seems, but cricket still, it just escapes me.
I have to figure it out.
There's a wicket and a wonket and a pitcher and a bowler or a
Yeah,
something.
because they someone like hit the ball in the air out to the what I would have called the outfield, and someone caught it, and everybody was celebrating, and so that seemed like a big deal, but I couldn't figure out why in the moment. So
Because it was an out, probably.
yeah, but is that rare?
The only thing I think about with cricket is in the movie King Ralph with John Goodman, they're playing cricket and he like crushes the ball and then like runs back and forth like he just hit a giant home run. And that's that's what I would do. I'd be like, smash! I'd be like, gone! And then I'd do like the bat flip. And then they'd be like, no, you gotta run with the bat. And you're like, why? If you drop the bat, like you lose points or something, or it's an out, or something happens, and you're like, what?
I'm sure I'm
It's
over.
not a bat, it's like a paddle.
I think I'm overthinking this. I just probably need to like pull up a YouTube video or something like that. But it was like 114-3, and then this happened, and it was 114-4, and so I'm guessing that you're right. Like that's some sort of like out or something like that, and those are fairly rare. But like I couldn't figure it out. Nice.
We had to take out the goalie, and then we still almost couldn't get it.
Ness says, I think Monty Python, they made fun of cricket. Listen, it's just
a lot of things.
I mean, I have to explain football to a whole bunch of people too. It's not, the sports are sometimes very not intuitive, to be honest.
No, they're not.
So I completely understand that, like, I could figure it out, and I will, but I was just trying to, like, figure it out without help, I guess. And it was just not clicking for me yesterday. What a win.
Well, it's funny. I went when I worked at a camp in the Northeast. When you have breaks, right? One of the things you do is we would take our international staff into like New York City, because everyone wants to go to New York City, and we would go. And one of the things we would always inevitably do is go to a Mets game, because I'm a Mets fan. So we'd go there and we'd watch the game. And I spent the majority of the game. They'd be like, why are those people just standing there? You're like, they're the position players. They're like, okay, well, why does that guy get to throw the ball? And you're like, he's the pitcher. You're like, why are they going to that base? And you're like, okay. Then the shift happened, and they're like, what's going on? And I was like, well, this is. And someone, I think Jose Reyes bunted the ball, and they're like, can you do that? I was like, yep. So yeah, it's sports in other countries aren't always the most intuitive with folks. So because they can be weird.
All right, I think I was able to find bumper pool. Brendan had said, I know what game you're talking about, Ryan. The only term I can find for it is bumper pool. So I posted a link to the Wikipedia page for bumper pool in the chat. And there's like one that actually looks like a rectangular pool table, billiards table. And ours was like a hexagon or something like that. So
is that snooker?
I believe Kalaf is telling us it's pronounced snooker.
Shut up, Kalaf.
Wow, sorry. Get wrecked, Kalaf.
No offense.
7:49 West Coast time. It's 10:49 out east. It's 3:49 for those watching GMS in the afternoon. Ness is telling us Ronnie O'Sullivan is also a good snooker player. Right, am I not supposed to say snooker?
I think Kalaf's just messing with us. There's no way it's snooker.
Cookie Crisp.
We are the knights that say snooker. Snook, 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 snook. Like, is that what?
Name one time that Kalaf has ever made fun of us. Or steered us the wrong direction.
When he said snooker.
Scrabble. Gross.
Next hour, we'll tell you about a windstorm that covers Utah City in tumbleweeds. I believe this because I've gone through a tumbleweed storm before. They are a pain in the butt. So we'll have that coming up for you next hour as well. Today is National Hug a Plumber Day. Did anyone hug Mario or Luigi?
Nope.
You should wear your Mario costume today, Mike, and then have a sign that says it's National Hug a Plumber Day.
COVID.
Correct. National Financial Awareness Day.
But correct.
Anzac Day, which is the memorial of Australian and New Zealand soldiers.
Yep, who perished in World War II.
World Malaria Day.
Make sure you get your malaria today.
It should be World Malaria Awareness Day or something.
Nope, you gotta go get it today. Go to your local health department and ask for some malaria.
I'll take 2, please. National Zucchini
malaria?
Bread. Do you like zucchini bread? It's the best way to have zucchini, in my opinion.
I hate zucchini.
Zucchini bread's pretty good.
Kyle, you probably like zucchini, right? Zucchini in your scrapple.
See, I can't remember. We talked about this again in NorCal last week. So, an eggplant in the UK is called an aubergine or aubergine.
Made up word.
And then zucchini is a clementine or something like that.
Isn't that an orange?
A courgette.
Oh.
The lead character in Les Mis.
Don't cry for me. No,
That's a different
movie.
Mamma mia, here I courgette again. the GMS musical medley will be something else. It's National Lingerie Day, and it's also World Penguin Day. I saw another TikTok yesterday of someone at a zoo where the tank for the penguins had like glass above water, and this one penguin yeeted up over the glass, and one of the patrons had to like pick up the penguin and put it back in the glass.
I guess it just goes up and you're like, I got it.
Fair catch.
You catch it with your body.
Well, the best part too is so this penguin flies up and lands, and then is trying to figure out how to get back in the water, and the rest of the penguins are just zipping around in the water as they would, and the water line is somewhat up the glass, so it's kind of halfway up is the water line. And this one penguin flies by swimming and like does this double take, being like, "What are you doing out there?" I hope I saved it on my Instagram so I can share it easily on the Discord. But I'll try to find it.
I love the penguins are one of my favorite parts of the zoo because they all just seem to stand around and like look at where the keeper comes out, and they're like, "All right, let's feed us."
Food's on the
And
way.
they just swim around. Yeah, it's crazy.
National Telephone Day and Go Diaper Free Week. So everyone diaper free all week.
Hello?
It's a water bottle.
Nobody's there. No wonder
Step
no one
2.
ever is there.
Read the instructions.
Maybe it's this one. Hello?
I think Bob's right. I think you both needed to figure out.
Is there? Was there?
Coincidentally enough, almost everything you use except the water bottle
Telephones
actually
are
is
broken.
shaped like a phone. Never mind, there's the stapler. Although, as we've talked about before, this is no longer the universal sign for phone because no phone looks like that anymore. It's
To celebrate, I'm gonna talk like I'm on a phone the rest of the day.
stapler, shark doo 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 doo. Gonzo is here. Good morning to you. Says courgette cake. I'm gonna
Congrats.
crochet you a courgette cake.
God bless you.
I sneezed. Bee sneeze. It's the start of allergy season. It's time for sports.
Sports.
Hey, Mike, you're a Mets fan. Did the Mets win?
I am a Mets fan. Yeah, very much so. They won by a score of 6-2 yesterday. I believe they're a Major League best 12-5.
They've won every series.
They have
of the
won
year
every
so far.
series. They
That's what I
have.
saw.
It's been pretty incredible. Today they play the Cardinals of St. Louis with Max Scherzer on the mound. And in a bit of Mets history made this weekend, for the first time ever, a player has become more injured after leaving the team. When it was announced by his agent Scott Boras, Michael Conforto will have shoulder surgery now, I guess, and miss the entire 2022 season, and be ready for to be a free agent in 2023. Congratulations, Michael Conforto, the first Mets player ever to become more injured after leaving the team.
I saw you tweet that, and you can follow us on Twitter. Mike's at Look It's Mike-O, and I had to laugh because I know the Mets have had their most difficult stretches with injuries. So it's kind of funny that Conforto was fairly healthy whilst with the Mets, right?
With the team, yep.
Yeah, that's funny. That's good stuff.
And then he leaves and gets a shoulder injury.
Your Baltimore Orioles' 7-6 loss at the Los Angeles Angels yesterday.
Shocked.
And your Toronto Honey Badgers lost at Houston in 10 innings, 8-7.
Speaking of the New York baseball Yankees, the other evil team, played against the Cleveland Guardians this weekend. There was a walk-off win, followed by the crowd peppering down trash and other things and yelling obscenities at the Cleveland Guardians players, prompting Michael Straw, I want to see, to climbing the fence and confronting one of them without touching. He just yelled at them. But once again, proving New York Yankee fans are the worst in baseball.
In your Oakland Hayes 2-0.
Willie Mays Hayes?
Or home against Hayes. I love Major League. NBA playoffs, Milwaukee beat Chicago 3-1 lead, 119-95. Denver continued to stay alive, 126-121 over the Warriors. That series now 3-1. Western Conference first round, New Orleans 118-103 over Phoenix, tied at 2 games apiece. And Miami at Atlanta extends its series lead to 3-1 over the Hawks, 110-86. Your Calgary Flames are the Pacific Division champions, have locked in the number 2 seed in the Western Conference. So, with 3 games to play, including, I believe, tonight against the Predators, which could be the potential first-round matchup for your Flames. That's tomorrow night. 3 games to go. So the hockey playoffs will start basically next week. So get ready. If anyone needs a Sea of Red shirt or something, let me know, and I'll point you in the direction.
Sea of Red?
That's their nickname, the Sea of Red.
Oh.
Because
Crazy.
the Flames logo is a sea, and then their color is
Oh.
so
It's a little on the nose, isn't it? Sea.
Ben
How about
Simmons
a
is
D? I have a D of red. The Devils logo. Yeah. Yeah, that's a D. It's a red D.
Get that checked out.
Ben Simmons ruled out for Game 4 of Brooklyn's playoff series against Boston. Toronto forward Scotty Barnes voted NBA Rookie of the Year.
Sweet.
Tyson
Let's go the North, or whatever they say.
Fury retained the WBC title. Calaf Memorial Golf News. Zurich Classic of New Orleans. A record-setting wire-to-wire victory for Patrick Cantley. And Xander Schauffele. That is one of the most interesting golf claps I've ever seen in my life. I love it. I love it. Any other sports?
There was some Formula One this weekend. We had the first of 3 sprint qualifying weekends out in Italy. And then the race was yesterday, and our friends over at Red Bull, Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez, went 1-2. And some say that out there, somewhere in the world, Hamilton is still stuck behind Pierre Gasly.
Yes, Mike.
What's the sprint?
So they introed this last year. They did 3 races. And then this year they're doing 3 races as well. The usual format for Formula One is Friday has practice 1 and practice 2. Saturday has practice 3 and then qualifying, and then the races on Sunday. During a sprint weekend, Friday is practice 1 and then a traditional qualifying where they go out and set a fastest lap. And then Saturday is practice 2 and then a sprint race. The order of the starting order of the sprint race is determined by that qualifying session on Friday, but then how you finish the sprint race is how you start the actual race on Sunday.
But isn't a sprint just like you run in a straight line? Do they like do that with each other? They line up and run?
It's so it's a shorter version of the race. So it's a sprint rather than a marathon.
Have the drivers line up down pit lane.
And you just gotta run. Whoever gets there first.
Or like a 100-meter dash or something like that. That would be great.
I just would like to congratulate Yuki Tsunoda on his victory of the season.
Yeah.
He did get points. He finished 7th.
Ooh.
Which I think is
1 point.
He's got multiple point finishes. He has 10 points on the season. He's in 12th overall.
Wow, that's so good.
It's better than last year.
It's better than 0 points.
And he's beating. He has more points than his teammate, who is a more veteran racer. So he's doing well.
Yeah. Suck that, veteran.
Pierre. Take that, Pierre. No one likes Pierre.
What kind of name is Pierre besides really cool?
Wow. Anyway, Sergio Perez becoming my favorite driver. I think Sergio's the best.
He's fantastic.
All right, next hour,
Sergio Garcia.
we're going to do some community games. We'll play some Google Feud. We haven't played some Google Feud in quite some time, and everybody has been itching for it, so we will bring that back by popular demand. Where are we going? What are we doing? Are you all right?
We're good. Don't worry.
Did it fall on its own?
No, I went to grab the camera to pull it close because I hate Google Feud, but I forgot it's still technically attached to the ring light, so the ring light came at me.
We went on a wild trip there. That was great. We'll also continue to raise funds for the Trevor Project. We'll tell you more about that outstanding organization next hour. Clip of the day, takeaways that were pretty okay, and then we will send you somewhere if you're watching on Twitch. Many, many more things to come your way. The final hour of Gaming Morning Show. It is Monday, April 25th, 2022. Thank you for being here. Sean, Mike, and Hefty on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and at gamingmorningshow.tv.
Take a chance, in a trance, painted red, what a romance. Take a chance, one glance, painted blue, end up with a rain dance. Just a bit stronger, an honor and a monster. Yeah, I gotta say I want this longer. Can't find this anywhere, constant calm inside, yeah. Waves above stand by, yeah. Feeling calm inside, yeah. Won't find us anywhere, constant calm inside, yeah. Waves above stand by, yeah. Feeling calm inside, yeah. Can't find this anywhere, anywhere. Yeah, I want this longer. Won't find this anywhere, anywhere. How I've always wondered. Yeah, I want this longer. Won't find this anywhere. How I've always wondered. How I've always wondered. How I've always wondered. Took a chance, in a trance, painted red, where's the romance? Took a chance, one glance, painted blue, ended on a rain dance. Now a bit stronger, not alone with a monster. Yeah, I gotta say I want this summer. Can't find this anywhere, constant calm inside, yeah. Waves above stand by, yeah. Feeling calm inside, yeah. Won't find us anywhere, constant calm inside, yeah. Waves above stand by, yeah. Feeling calm inside, yeah. Can't find us anywhere, anywhere. Yeah, I want this longer. Won't find this anywhere, anywhere. How I've always wondered. Yeah, I want this longer. Won't find this anywhere. How I've always wondered. Constant calm inside, yeah. Waves above stand by, yeah. Feeling calm inside, yeah. Feeling calm inside, yeah. Constant calm inside, yeah. Waves above stand by, yeah. Feeling calm inside, yeah. Feeling calm inside, yeah. Constant calm inside, yeah. Waves above stand by, yeah. Feeling calm inside, yeah. Feeling calm inside, yeah.
No place to call my own. Yeah, I'm hoping somebody brings me home. Tell me you're not lost out at sea. Tell me that you're listening to me, feeling misplaced. Someone rescue me. Someone rescue me.
Tonight, on I Guess We'll Never Know, we go inside the unsolved case of a sibling rivalry. A misunderstanding between brother and sister that led to destruction.
Mom, have you seen my Furby?
What started as a practical joke turned deadly.
Copia said, my sister tried to convince me that it was based on a witch in the woods near my house. I boiled her Furby in response.
It was premeditated. Turns out, it was third-degree murder.
The eyes and beak melted slightly.
A special GMS event. Furbicide in the forest. Only one Furby was harmed in the making of this promo. Or was it?
The truth is,
You can't kill a Furby.
It's behind you!
Someone rescue me. Is someone take me?
Coming up on Gaming Morning Show, Community Games, Google Feud, and GMS Morning Gaming Renews. Get ready for your takeaways that were pretty okay. And the clip of the day. Find GMS on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and GamingMorningshow.tv. Time for hour number 3, right now.
morning, gamer. It's Gaming Morning Show. Thank you for being here on Monday, April 25th, 2022. It is Go Diaper Free Week, and we're happy you've chosen to celebrate with us. Between the three of us, 0 diapers that we've wore for this entire show, believe it or not.
It's true.
Yeah.
No accidents either.
That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, mine, it's the falling ring light.
That almost made Mike need a diaper. Whoa!
Yeah, I came real dang close.
We did tell you about a woman who did rescue her phone, but then had to be rescued from an outhouse earlier. So that's kind of diaper adjacent.
Mm-hmm.
What?
We also found out about snooker, everyone's favorite billiards game. Snooker, Chris.
Propaganda.
How is Diego doing?
It's Diego, the Gaming Morning Show lizard.
He's just running around being a lizard. What do you want? Nope, you can't have a popsicle. Why? Because one, you're a lizard. How are you gonna hold it? No, you don't have thumbs. Oh, jeez, he wants to fight now. This is ridiculous.
I kind of wish you could take like those hamster water droppers, but put a popsicle in it for Diego. So then Diego can come by and be like, and lick it.
Just like that, huh?
Yeah,
I kind of wish he just had a tiny lizard-sized popsicle.
that's true.
We can't hold it. You know?
It's okay. It's still be cute.
Like a
Not holding
popsicle
porn.
on a selfie stick that reaches to his mouth. Maybe he could sit on his bottom and like hold the popsicle with the rear feet, like an otter.
He doesn't
Not a
have thumbs there either.
It'd be a squeeze.
Okay.
We'll have JF Downs, official cartographer and diagramographer of a Gaming Morning Show, draw that one up.
What? Okay. Crazy.
Morning to the Final Hour crew.
The Final Hour crew is here. It's good to see everyone.
Greetings, Final Hour crew ambassador Chris M. Yee.
Mayor of the Internet has checked in as well this morning. So has the other ambassador of the Final Hour crew. Brendan is here. Hey, it's Brendan_TTV saying, lol, Copia's GMS photo is one of the best. If you would like to, we have a channel in our Discord where you can take a picture of yourself and how you watch GMS. I know we have some more that were added last week that we will put into the rotation during our break screen. Dobbs had the lurk, but thank you for being a member of our Patreon, which you can join by going to patreon.com/gaming morning show. Our subscriber tier costs less than a Twitch subscription, and we have a welcome tier that starts at $1. Gonzo Gump
Hello, FHC.
is here as well, said courgette cake earlier. K-Laugh, head of research and development, has been with us throughout the course of the morning. So has Ness, Scott Chick 360, and many, many others. Thank you for being along for the ride. Kate Zaid got here at like 46 after 4 o'clock or something like that. It's been a fun show. Mike told us about what he learned from taking a DNA test because today is National DNA Day.
DNA. It's yeah, I was a lot more French and German than I had anticipated. And then they added some Sardinian in there as well, which was that was honestly the big shock. So, I mean, it's such a small percentage, but still, like, oh, okay, cool.
Dino DNA.
Yeah, that's the first thing I thought of was Bill Hader.
We could have done National DNA Day and then been like, how many times have you seen Jurassic Park? It's been a lot, to be honest. That's happening. Today is Hank Azaria's and Renee Zellweger's birthdays, among others. And windstorms and tumbleweeds. That story's coming up when we check in with Look It's Maiko this hour.
The first time I saw like a real live tumbleweed, I like pulled over to see it. It was great. We were in Wyoming. I was like, "It's a tumbleweed!" And pulled over to Megan's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Look, it's a real one." And I took like a selfie with it. And Megan's like, "Jeez."
I hope somewhere you know where that selfie is.
It's probably on an external, one of my externals with old pictures.
That'd be cool. Yeah, we had tumbleweeds quite a bit in eastern Washington when we lived out there, and then in Montana the wind just blew endlessly. Like it never stopped. It was like we were living in like the after times. And
My endless wind.
I couldn't stand it. So there's probably tumbleweeds there, except nothing could build up into a tumbleweed. I don't know how tumbleweeds work, but the wind is always blowing, so nothing ever balled up into a tumbleweed. So. Can you tell I hate the wind? Whoever even said
The wind is crazy here.
Always, or
mostly during the non-summer months because it's so flat. But you were talking about sleep earlier, and I got like no sleep last night because we had storms, and because our house backs up to a field, it's like real loud, right? And the wind is like it whips, and there were some crazy storms. And there was some crazy winds.
The wind sounds just like a dog.
Oh, the Amazon guy's here. Sweet. Yeah, that's how the wind sounds in Indiana. Oh my gosh. They're protecting us from the Amazon guy. But yeah, so last night it was blowing. It was hard. It was crazy. And my daughter, of course, comes in and was like, "I need a hug." Like, or you need to go to sleep. The better you need. Alright, the Amazon guy's like looking for the package, and it's just my dogs are like just waiting. Sick the egg on him. Is that a lizard? Yeah.
I was told when I was a kid I tried to like crawl into bed after like having a bad dream or something like that with my parents, and my mom apparently told me, "You had a bad dream? Well, I'm your worst nightmare." And told me to go back to bed. So I didn't get in there for wind or anything like that. Needless to say.
I used to like sneak into my parents' room when there was like storms and stuff, and I would sleep on the floor at the bottom of their bed.
Smart.
Yeah.
Find you down there.
They're higher than I am, so they'll get struck by lightning first.
You had your thunder buddy.
Those are my parents. Suckers.
Caleb says, I thought the wind howled, not barked.
Well, Caleb, you're wrong.
Well, you know what they say, when it rains, it howls and barks. Well-known saying. Dungeon Master KJ is here. I do have to BRB to help Mama, but don't want to not say Happy Monday on this lovely day. Hope you're well. Thank you for letting us know about Twitter Spaces. We'll check that out. If you have to lurk and you can't watch the show on YouTube or Facebook Gaming or even on Twitch, and audio only is not an option on Twitch, you can listen to the show on Twitter Spaces. So that's always an option when you have to lurk. We have community games coming up next. Ruthless, Mike. Ruthless.
I didn't want him to get to the ball.
Poor person was just trying to go about their day. You had to blow them up. Nice. What a shot. What a shot. Mike used me to score.
That's a snooker shot if I've ever seen one.
You didn't call the pocket, though, Mike. The well-known snooker pocket.
Snoop Dogg.
That was Mike's new snooker nickname when he gets introduced at the snooker table. Mike, Snook Dog.
No, I'm the big dog. DAWG.
Was that your baseball nickname?
That was my Lycos chat name.
Nice.
It's funny though. There's a bowling alley, and the pizza place in the bowling alley is Big Dog Pizza, and it's BIGDAWG. I'm trying to find out if they have a T-shirt.
Nice.
Oh God! You blew me up again. Ah!
You had simultaneous blowed up because you took care of each other. So.
Oh, good.
Calaf, have a tremendous day. Hope things go well for you on this Monday. Calaf says, "Gotta run. Sorry. See you tomorrow."
Very sudden. Sudden. So I gotta go by. What?
It is so great to have you along with the show, Gaming Morning Show. It's the Monday edition, April 25th. We are raising funds for the Trevor Project. You can get involved by scanning the QR code in the lower left corner of your screen, right there by Look It's Myko, who's chowing down. What's your breakfast this morning?
Well, it's lunch because it's 11 o'clock.
What's your
Pizza.
lunch?
Leftover
What's
pizza.
for breakfast?
Nice. I ate so much yesterday. I had half a pizza and then probably 10 to 12 Buffalo Wild Wings.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a lot of wings.
So it's because we decided to order it through Grubhub or whatever, some delivery thing. And 6 boneless wings was like $12. And so they had a special where it was 20 traditional and 20 boneless for $45. So we kind of had to do that because otherwise, the math sucked.
It would have been irresponsible not to.
Yeah. And then after that, they had
wings.
6 free wings when you ordered $25 or more, which we clearly did. So those showed up. And then the kids like macaroni and cheese, so we got a side of that.
Okay.
It's a lot of food.
So
It's a lot of
coincidentally enough, I'll be having Buffalo Wild Wings for lunch today. So
The next 12 years.
that is probably accurate. You can scan that QR code, raise funds for the Trevor Project. If you go to thetrevorproject.org, you can donate directly if you'd prefer to do that, but you're more than welcome to do that through our fundraiser. We've raised nearly $300 of our $500 goal, and we're going to run this through Thursday. We'll have our milestones posted later on today, so that you have those to try to help us accomplish. And then we're going to try to find time to play Nightly Fudge Village. Wink.
Every night.
Please no.
All right, Ryan, if you had to pick one, we play Fudge Village every night, or we play Fudge Village one night, but until we beat the game. What would be worse?
Or you play Phasmophobia in VR.
Oh, gross. I'm trying to think. Like, I think probably hammering it out in one night, even though I like being able to do it in like 2-hour episodes because I get to reset my nerves. Yeah, I definitely think it would be doing it just to get it over with.
Yeah, like a Band-Aid.
Yeah. So is that what you're proposing?
Sure.
We just stay up
All
all
nighter.
night.
Let's do it.
I will do that as long as we can have whoever sings that song all night long.
So Lionel Richie?
Sure. As long as we have that going for the entire time.
Like
Just
drowns
quietly
out
in the
game,
background
though.
the whole time.
Exactly. All right. This is a game called Google Feud. Everyone's so excited to have this back because it's just been so long. We hadn't played it for a while.
Google Feud.
And so here's a sample question. Let's say, for example, Noah's Ark has 246,000 average monthly searches on Google. Would you say YouTube has higher or lower searches than Noah's Ark? Well, I'm sure you would all say, got to be higher, right? Well, clearly, because 1.68 billion searches for YouTube. And so then you would have to compare YouTube to liposuction. And because it's 1.68 billion, which is a very big number, you'd be like, well, clearly liposuction has lower. And so that's how we get started with this edition of Google Feud. Liposuction, 201,000 average monthly searches. Does The Secret Life of Pets have higher or lower searches than liposuction?
Like the movie?
Sure is. The Secret Life of Pets, the movie. Some would call it the 2015 classic, Secret Life of Pets.
Okay. I'd say higher.
I'd go higher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Maybe?
Yeah, no, definitely. 6.5 out of 10 by the way on IMDb. 72% Rotten Tomatoes score for the 2016 classic. 2016 classic Secret Life of Pets. I'm going to go higher too. Now we have 26 seconds left, and Chris M.E. has already said lower. So I do want to give chat a chance to get in here. I mean, this is the story of Max, Max the spoiled terrier, who enjoys a comfortable life in a New York building until his owner adopts Duke, a giant and unruly canine. During their walk outside, they encounter a group of ferocious alley cats and wind up in a truck that's bound for the pound.
Ferocious.
Chat's saying lower.
They just want this game to be over with.
No, okay, that makes sense. All right, we'll go lower.
True.
And this game is over. I'm not even going to listen to this ad.
Good.
Whoops. Yeah. Not going to listen to that ad. I just closed the window. Didn't care. Just went lower. That was Google Feud. Chat, your plan worked masterfully.
Yep. Ridiculous.
No more Google, but we can play rock, paper, scissors because we got 2 minutes. Ready?
Rock, paper, scissors, poop.
I don't think that last line is. Ready? Mike?
Oh, I'm playing. Okay.
Yeah, you gotta get in formation. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot! Uh-oh. We took each other out.
Oh, it's like a triad.
Okay.
What?
I get
And
it.
that's how the show ends.
And that's how the game's over. All right, great. Wow. That's... What are the odds of that, though? Like, holy moly.
What, 1 and 3?
Oof.
I don't know
I
how
feel
odds
like
work.
it's...
I don't think it's 1 and 3.
I mean, I guess you have a 1 to 3 chance of picking the thing. But it's more, what are the odds of everyone picking? There's 3 of us, and each of us picking a different one, which just nullifies the game as a whole
On the first try.
on the first try.
All right. Well, there we go. Google Feud and rock, paper, scissors. Getting them all out of the way. This is good. This is good. Well,
We can
Good.
play What's in the Box.
yeah, please. What's in the box? Our third community
Any
game.
guesses? Any guesses?
A stapler masquerading as a shark.
Okay, Sean.
I think it's Dr. Squatch.
Dr. Squatch. Okay. Anyone in chat want to guess? Probably not. All right, and the winner is some bubble paper.
Wow.
And a power source. That's... Whoa!
What a twist.
Pickle.
Pickle is here with the Final Hour crew.
Hello, FHC.
Why are they playing rock, paper, scissors and guessing what's in the box?
Because Chris threw the game, and we're just time filler.
You know what it is? It's a perfect time as VG showed up.
FHC means Final Hour Crew, VG.
It's good to see you. Thank you for being here.
What?
We're going to tell you about Dr. Squatch soap. Mike, do you have any Dr. Squatch soap?
Yes, in the bathroom where you normally use it. I have
soap.
multiple kinds. I'm currently using eucalyptus. Spearmint eucalyptus. No. Yeah, spearmint. No. There's 2 different scents. I don't know. I'm using a really good one in the bath, and it's great. My next one I'm going to use is Bay Rum, because that one's the best. However, they just came out with a new one called Coconut Castaway, which smells like coconut and lovingness, and is incredibly delicious.
And Tom Hanks.
So don't eat it though. That's by delicious I mean smelling.
You know what's impressive is Dr. Squatch soap, when preserved in its packaging, continues to smell like Dr. Squatch soap.
I've had this nautical sage for like 2 years, and it still smells incredible.
You should
This one's not used correctly.
You should put it in your bathroom. Use the soap.
Well, I have 4 upstairs. I have 3 over there, and then 2 here. And every 3 months, I get 3 more bars. So these are perfect for prop soap. And then I can say, you can buy Only Hope soap. There's a Star Wars bundle. Comes with 5 different Star Wars. And 5 different Star Wars, 5 different soaps. All named from Star Wars. So you head to drsquatch.com or go to twitch.tv/ticketsmyco. Click on the Dr. Squatch banner, panel, whatever's there, and I'll take you to the website. You can go ahead and order some new stuff. They have lots of stuff. They have hand soaps now. They have robes. If you want a Dr. Squatch robe,
Made
you
out
can
of
get
soap?
that. Yep, it's great. It's actually made out of Sasquatch hair. So
Mike's whole house is actually made out of Dr. Squatch soap.
that's correct. Diego, you can see in the background over here, is made out of Dr. Well, you can't see him, but he's over there. He's made out of Dr. Squatch soap. I should put some in his thing. See what happens.
Pickle goes, why so many bars of soap? You only have 2 hands. At most, you could use 2 at a time.
I also have 2 feet and that you can use to wash it. If you want them all to smell different, you can just use 5 at once, obviously.
If Diego can eat a popsicle using his hind legs. Soap.
I do not have a soap problem. Just because I have 5 different soaps on my desk. and more in my bathroom doesn't mean anything.
Does anyone have my Dr. Squatch soap?
Yes.
If you go to Look It's Myco on Twitch as well and you subscribe, you can get access to our GMS emotes that Mike was so kindly to donate to us. So thank you for doing that. Quiet Ebb Gaming is here with the FHHC. You know, we just were able to finally have Bob explain to VG what FHC stands for. I don't think we need to have VG have to figure out what the FHHC is. I want to be kind.
First, hiring Herbie cats.
I love Herbie cats. Cat's named Herbie. It's on the other.
Or find Herbie Hancock's cats.
We'll tell you about a windstorm and tumbleweeds that's coming up very shortly. Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming Arena News in about 15 minutes. It's time to say goodbye to Sean. Sean is going to go do doctor stuff and hang out with Bear Bear or something, some combination within. So.
Awesome. Bear Bear's not allowed at the office anymore.
Anymore?
Yeah, not after last time.
Yikes.
There you go.
What?
All right, there you go. Sean's gone. It'll be Mike and me the rest of the way. It'll be fun, I promise.
Interesting.
Can't be, it's not allowed at the office anymore.
Yeah, that's really. I mean, I wonder if he had a poop incident or maybe he tried to eat a customer or a patient, not a customer. I don't think they call them customers there. But yeah. I mean, who knows, you know?
Yeah, the great Bear Bear incident of 2022.
Grape ape.
Quiet is here. Good morning to you, Quiet. Thank you for being here. Thank goodness I put something on my calendar. Got notified at like midnight that I had today off.
Nice. Why? What's today?
I mean,
Is it today a special day, Quiet?
I've had that happen before where like I woke up in the morning and started getting like ready for my normal routine and then been like, wait, I don't have to do that today, or like the kids don't have to go to school or something like that.
Yeah. Those are fun and terrible because you're like, I'm rearing to go, and then you're like, oh, that's okay.
And then you're like, I got ready for no reason, but then like you
I
could
guess
accomplish.
I could be productive.
Yeah.
Well, I'm probably just gonna go back to bed.
You could accomplish all those things that you've been putting off, but then you're like, nah, it's a day off. I don't want to be productive.
Yeah, I don't want to waste a day off on like, things.
Quiet's company gives us random days for mental health, but we do get to pick which day. I just forgot which one I picked.
No, that's cool. Mental health issues don't exist in Indiana, so that's fine. I live in a weird place. It's really, really awesome to see companies realizing like mental health days are just as important as like sick days. That's an argument I have with my wife all the time because like she's super stressed right now, partially because of me being out of work and partially just it's the end of the year and she has like a metric butt ton of grading to do. And like there's so much to do, and I was like Friday she was like, I just want to take the day off, and I was like, do it. Like I understand that you have to teach a little bit, right? And when she's like, oh yeah, and I was like, well, just take the day. Like my daughter, my 15-year-old takes she's in choir, so like they have the choir class, and her teacher shows like movies literally twice a week. So I was like, told Megan, like, you don't have to show movies, like you can literally show anything, like, or do anything, give them a chance to review or yada yada. But yeah, I wish they would like build in mental health days every now and again.
Maybe it will happen. It's just gonna take a long trickle-down effect.
Well, it's kind of like Indiana not legalizing marijuana. We just got like liquor sales on Sunday like 5 years ago. So by the year 2665, medical marijuana will probably be legal.
In the year 2625.
Yes, the great 2625 thing.
The movement.
The movement.
Well, Quiet, I hope you have a tremendous day off and that you do accomplish all of those things that you want to accomplish, even if you want to accomplish nothing.
Are you gonna hack more things today, Quiet? Yesterday in Quiet's stream, I think he was hacking stuff.
I was hacking
had
one. Just kidding. Was it a game?
I think he was like coding something, but it
Nice.
looked like he was hacking.
Quiet says I was totally hacking you, Mike.
If you can hack me and fill out applications for me, that would be sweet. Cause I hate, ugh. They're the worst.
Oh, nice shot. At least a lot of them are easier than they used to be.
Well, I found one for a job I know I'm not going to get, and I mostly filled it out because it was cool. And it was one of the easiest applications I ever filled out where, like, it let you upload your resume, and then it didn't make you, like, write all of the same information
Yep.
in the application. And they ask you questions like, you know, what is something that you've done that you are passionate about? It doesn't have to be work related. And you're like, all right, cool. And so they had a bunch of stuff, and I mean, there was just all the questions you answered. You're like, oh, like I don't feel like I'm just, you know, answering the same old thing over and over again.
Yeah, I
was
get
incredibly
frustrated
nice.
by those applications where you have to upload your resume and then fill out every single thing that is on your resume.
Yeah, like you just look at the resume.
Quiet goes, it was my machine learning code to predict the winners of NBA games.
Like,
Wow.
for the future? Next time you stream Quiet, you'll have to explain that, because that's really intriguing.
Pickle goes, why do they do that? Oh, no, this
Yeah.
goes back to the applications thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Here, answer, like, load this, and then write it again. What?
Yeah, especially when, like, the import fails. So, you know, because it's like, import your resume, and then you do it, and it's like everything's in the wrong field, so you just have to fill it out.
Oh my gosh. That is the worst.
I'm not speaking your love language right now, am I?
No.
No. Quiet says, I try to explain it every time, especially for people who haven't been in, but you did come in at the very end, so.
I did. It was the very end.
It's 8:42, West Coast time 11:42 out east. It is 4:42 for those watching GMS in the UK.
Where's my kazoo? Kazoo-doo.
Let's see what Maiko's tracking at this hour.
Well, finally. Finally, it's happening to me. It's the last story of Monday morning. Do you guys like tumbleweeds? Have you ever touched a tumbleweed? Have you ever seen a tumbleweed? Well, Ben Hooper from Oopie tells us about residents of Utah City who are dealing with an influx of tumbleweeds after recent winds, and some have managed to turn the nuisance into profit. Locals in Eagle Mountain said their homes, yards, and streets were covered in tumbleweeds brought into the city by a Tuesday windstorm. Tumbleweeds are a twice-a-year occurrence in Eagle Mountain. City spokesman Tyler Maffitt told KSTU-TV. It typically takes place in the spring and the fall. The tumbleweed problem for the most recent winds was so severe some roads had to be closed. We often handle and oversee the disposal of multiple tons of tumbleweeds. You don't quite understand how much that is until you are in the process of cleaning it up, Moffitt said. The city made headlines in 2018 when they established a drop-off site for residents to get rid of their tumbleweeds. Moffitt said the city recommends that residents obtain a permit to burn the tumbleweeds or obtain a voucher to dispose of them at the local landfill. He said some residents have gotten creative with their solutions. One of the things that our residents have often done is they put tumbleweeds on Etsy and sell them as an interior design item. And folks have found some success there, Maffitt has said. Okay. If you're looking for a tumbleweed, apparently Etsy's the place to look. Interesting.
Can you couple that with like a Kate Zade shirt?
Like a Stardew shirt and a tumbleweed.
Yeah. Aren't there tumbleweeds in Stardew Valley, or am I making that up?
I think you're making it.
Okay, fine. But you could have a tumbleweed shirt. Listen, tumbleweeds are so much fun to hit with your car because they just like disintegrate, and it's great.
Is it?
It's like a game. It's like a big game of asteroids or something.
Whack a tumbleweed.
Whack it. So I want to take you into Twitter Spaces really quick because earlier Dungeon Master KJ was kind enough to show up and let us know that there was, quote, a pulsing sound. So this is going to be a little bit of streamception, so just forgive me here because you're going to hear our voices on delay. But just check this out. You're going to enjoy this, Mike. I promise. I want to take you into Twitter Spaces really quick because earlier Dungeon Master KJ was kind enough to show up and let us know that there was, quote, Twitter Spaces is having the runs.
What is going on?
I don't know. But the like interval is coinciding with our little adapter deals. Has like a monitor light. I'm guessing the batteries are low, and that's what happens when the batteries get low. Is it starts making a
Fart noises.
Sure does. Maybe my iPhone had too many Buffalo Wild Wings last night.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Holy smokes. That's great.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
Worth it. Worth it.
Oh jeez.
Looks like it's time to change the batteries. Remember how we were gonna have no diapers this week? Guess we needed one.
Well, Twitter Spaces said yes.
Chris goes, that is farting, not pulsing. True. It's pulsating, tooting. Oh my god.
Good gravy. That
was good. I'm happy I checked before the end of the show.
Yeah. That's something.
What a fun sound that is.
Yeah. Get in the hole. Gosh. Just tune into that and that's all you hear. What in the heck? What in the heck?
We're gonna see a Ben Hooper of UPI story that said a morning radio show that plays games. And that's gonna be a headline about they accidentally broadcast 3 hours of farting.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, I really expected like some other different sound.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. When you say pulsing, right? And that's not what you would expect pulsing noises to be.
Gonzo goes, I just tuned in and can't confirm that is fart noises.
So my girls really like listening to the radio when they shower. So they used to bring in their iPads or whatever to listen. And we didn't want them bringing the iPads and the phone, so I took the Echo Dot out of our bathroom and put it in their bathroom so they can just be like, hey, Google, whatever. Every once in a while, I'll just put the 1,000 hours of fart noises from Spotify. And a lot of times all you hear is, Dad!
You're like, how'd you know it was me? Could have been anyone. That's funny.
Alternate between that and Wienerina.
Gonzo says the pulsing is the cheeks. The cheeks are pulsing.
Oh. I don't know if I'd still describe that as pulsing. If your cheeks are pulsing, you should see a doctor.
All right, we got Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming Renews after this. If you've taken one of those DNA tests, please let us know anything that you found that was surprising. Or maybe you're like me, who for some reason thinks that like if you take that test, automatically your information is out there, unlike any of the other information that I have definitely consented to. So,
I mean, to be fair, have you ever given blood?
Well, yeah. Well, wait. I've given blood, like, as in I had to send in a blood sample, but I don't think I've ever, like, filled up an IV bag of blood or whatever it goes into.
Oh, fudge.
Is that what that goes into? Is like an IV bag?
Yeah. Because I mean, honestly, they probably already have your DNA on somewhere.
But does the company that's like behind 23andMe have it? Because I donated blood?
Probably.
Okay. Fair. Because giving blood, like, the reason I have a hard time doing that is because, well, the blood. If I didn't have
That's a
to
good reason.
see the blood, so I'd have to have my head turned the entire time, and doesn't it take like a good 20 minutes?
I don't know. I don't donate blood.
Because so when I was in 7th grade, I had to get my first physical, and in those days, they only needed you to prick your finger for like a smear of blood, if you will. Yes, I just said a smear of blood. And I had to lie down for 45 minutes. I almost passed out because I saw the needle go into my finger. They had like one of those little clicky pins that pokes your finger, and then they squeezed it onto this thing, and it was just too much. So now whenever I have to have a blood sample for like physicals, I just go, okay, I'm here. I just have to look the opposite way the whole entire time. I cannot see anything that happens over there, or I will pass out. And so I've learned how to do it in a way where that doesn't happen.
That's like Megan. Megan's the same way about blood. And it's interesting. It's definitely interesting. Like we always had a deal. Like when when the kids have blood things, I take care of it. If there's vomit, she takes care of it. Cause like if I see vomit, I will vomit.
Yep.
You know. So we've got a pretty good deal with that. So
teamwork
works.
makes the dream work, Mike.
Sure does.
All right. I want to thank. It's 8:51 West Coast time. It's 11:51 out east. It's 4:51 for those watching GMS in the afternoon. I want to thank Dungeon Master KJ for bringing this to our attention. So IK Multimedia makes the iRig Stream Solo. And this is what we use to take the show and put it out on Twitter Spaces. Because Twitter Spaces only works when you send it through a phone. And this thing allows you to take a feed and send it through a phone. I want to thank the engineers at IK Multimedia, because here's what I suspect happened. Is this thing takes batteries, and they're like, we need a way to let the people know that their batteries are low. And so someone's like, should we make like a tone? And someone was like, no, I don't think so. And then I think what happened was someone's like, listen, I got it. Okay, I got it. And then unknowingly put out a fart noise as the warning that your batteries are low. So whoever's choice that was at IK Multimedia, thank you.
Bravo to you.
In fact, why not? I think this makes all the sense in the world.
Billy Thundergun, Teammate of the Match Award.
Yeah. It's fair. For the fart noise exception.
I mean, listen to this thing. Thank you. Bravo. In fact, do you think it gets lesser as the batteries wear out even more? Like, does it eventually just become like a?
I have no idea, but we should try it because that's really hilarious.
It's very, very rhythmic and on time.
Oh, KJ said that's not how hers sounds.
Uh-oh. Did it change? Is it evolving?
Does yours sound like KJ?
Woo! Awkward.
Interesting.
All right, let's do the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming Renews, the recap of the video game headlines of the day, and then we'll have clip of the day. And your takeaways that were pretty okay, chat. What is something you learned from this edition of Gaming Morning Show? Of course, we'll be back tomorrow from 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific time. You can help us raise money for the Trevor Project. by going to this link here. Nope, I lied. This link here. Help raise funds for the Trevor Project by going there. And you can also scan the QR code in the bottom left corner of your screen. We'll talk more about some milestones and things on Tuesday's edition of the show. I think that covers everything. Here is your hashtag Vice video game expert. Look at Smiko.
Oh, hey, you guys remember that game called Call of Duty Warzone? Yeah, well, me neither. But Wesley LeBlanc from Game Informer does, and he wants to tell us about something incredible that's going to happen. Apparently, King Kong and Godzilla are going to fight each other. That's right. There's a Operation Monarch teaser trailer that has come out, and it teases the showdown between King Kong and Godzilla. It says it's important to keep in mind what's going on. Oh, wait, never mind. That's just the thing that has nothing to do with it. An Operation Monarch teaser trailer for Call of Duty Warzone released today teases a climactic showdown between the famed King Kong and Godzilla. Not like the movie in 2021, Godzilla vs. Kong. Wonder where they would have got that from. However, they're going to be somehow involved in the Battle Royale. They don't really know how. That hasn't been clear. The only thing they can imagine is that maybe in a couple of spots, kind of like when Krampus was there, one of the monsters will grab you at some point if you do something. So I don't know. It happens on May 11th. Stay tuned. Maybe more will happen, but probably not. Who knows? Next, from IGN, our good friend Adam Bankhurst tells us about an all-new PlayStation Plus targeted release date. Sony has revealed the targeted release dates for its all-new version of PlayStation Plus. It's going to start on June the 13th, 2022. Is that detailed on their blog. Asia markets will be the first to get the new service, and then it'll kind of continue from there. They have said the all-new version of PlayStation Plus will bring together both PS Plus and PS Now into a 3-tier subscription service. It's going to be, the lowest price will be $9.99 a month, or you can get PlayStation Plus Extra, which is available at $14.99 per month. And finally, the last option is $10,000 per month. Just kidding. It's actually $17.99 per month. And you'll get different content in all of those things. Finally, from Owen S. Good, from Polygon, Lego Atari 2600 on the way to celebrating its console's anniversary. That's right. The Atari 2600 in its familiar wood-paneled, super groovy late 70s incarnation will get a celebratory Lego-styled build this August. It's pretty rad. They celebrate their 40th and 45th anniversaries. According to Promo Bricks, the playset will feature a buildable Atari VCS deck with a scene from Activision's seminal hit Pitfall by David Crane. It was the gaming's first third-party made-for-console blockbuster. It launched in 1982, and that's pretty exciting. It'll be available for like $1 bajillion because things are really expensive. And finally, there's some games that are out today. What? Hey, yep, totally. The first one is Metal Mind, available on the PC, not to be confused with Mega Mind, which is a movie. Peglin, available on your PC and Mac. That's another Mac release. Hey, way to go. Research and Destroy, available on the Switch. And finally, for your most famous segment within a segment within a hot dog within an airplane, our name of the morning, Crossfire Legion, available on the PC.
Still think it was missed opportunity. I like the other one better. Research and Destroy. Yeah. But we found out that might be a KLAF game because KLAF is our head of research and development. So, yeah. Chris and me said, "You're so PlayStation Plus Extra." Yeah. Good line. Also, KJ's telling us that apparently it's more bassy on KLAF's Twitter Spaces. Low, not squirty sounding.
Interesting.
I think our Twitter Spaces needs to see a doctor.
I would agree. I think that's probably pretty good. Pretty good guess.
It's time for the clip of the day. The clip of the day. Here it is, and hopefully not squirty, farty sounding clip of the day. Pocket up and like kind of tuck it under my chin to make sure it doesn't fall out, because I've thought of this actually happening to me before. So And I don't have any dogs, and I'm not very good with tools, so I wouldn't have been able to accomplish this.
Well, I mean,
You don't carry leashes with you just in case?
yeah, you don't technically need dogs.
True. I don't have many leashes. So.
I think from now on, when I go into an outhouse, I'm gonna bring like a harness with me and some climbing rope, just in case. I'll just tie it off before I sit down. You never know.
There's a climbing rope hanging outside of the outhouse, attached to like a wall. What's this for?
Better a wall than a dog. You know what I mean?
You ask the person waiting in line, will you hold this for me, please?
If you feel 2 tugs on this, can you hold?
Oh my gosh. That was a very good story that you found, the very first one of the day from the Associated Press.
It's ridiculous. Like I feel bad, obviously, for the person, because I mean that's a really crappy situation to find yourself in.
Literally.
But yeah, that's awful.
We're gonna start offering a rappel class on how to like Mission Impossible
into the toilet.
Yeah, that'd be good. Well, it's been a fun show. Takeaways that were pretty okay, chat. Something you learned from today's show. Then we're going to send you, if you're watching on Twitch, over to Mellified. Welcome to my little fairy tale. All creatures are welcome here, but be nice, or I might have to put a spell on you. I play a variety of games and sometimes put paint on my face to make things more magical. In fact, Mellified is doing beauty and body art today. So if you'd be so kind as to say good morning from GMS, we would certainly appreciate it. Takeaways that were pretty okay, and some good news. Gonzo has just purchased some Dr. Squatch soap.
Yeah, you get that money. You get that soap.
Does anyone have my Dr. Squatch soap?
Clearly, Gonzo Gump does.
Jeez, Bob.
Yeah. Dungeon Master KJ says hot dog on an airplane sounds good.
What sounds more like? What do you trust more? Hot dog on an airplane or a hot dog from one of those rolling machines at the gas station?
Oh, gas station.
That's where I would go to.
Yeah. All right, Michael, what is your takeaway that's pretty okay?
My takeaway is that, hold on, I wrote it down. Leashes make bad climbing ropes, and dogs make bad anchors.
Especially your 2 dogs.
Hey, you want to be an anchor? Nope.
Although you have a bigger dog, right?
I do. He would also be a bad anchor, though, because he would just like lay down. Somehow get it off.
Mike, if you wanted to rappel into a toilet, I would be there to anchor you.
Well, thanks. Appreciate that.
Yikes. My takeaway that's pretty okay is Super Nintendo Chalmers. And I'm going to watch that clip in our Discord because I still have no clue what it's about, but I will figure it out. So, Chris Amia did say, please, I didn't say it 3 times. He said, please let that game be connected to the Crossfire board game. That's the only reason that it was name of the morning is because
Crossfire!
Sports Talk Gaming wanted to play that jingle. So, all right, Mike, I hope your mental health gets a little bit better, but we are here if you need us. Definitely reach out. We appreciate you. We appreciate the Trevor Project. Fundraising for that, you can scan the code, the bottom left corner of the screen, and donate. Thank you again to everyone who's helped us raise about $300 for the Trevor Project, and we'll continue that through Thursday. For everyone in our chat who watched on Facebook Gaming, YouTube, listened on Twitter Spaces to the noise, I'm gonna go find a what's it, a laxative? No, that would be bad, right? That'd make it worse.
You don't want to. Yeah, that would make it real bad.
We'll figure it out. Please say good morning from GMS, and we'll see you on Tuesday. Have a great day.